Welcome back to Enshrouded, my friends. Welcome, everyone. Get caught up on chat a little bit. Looks like you guys are having a conversation. Isaac and the chickens, huh? Yeah, Isaac. I'll create a chicken emoji for you at some point. Welcome, everyone. I'm nobody. Welcome in. What else we got here? All right. Maybe that's a lot of people. I know I'm missing some people. Emilio, welcome. Ebony, welcome. Maria, Lori. Hope y'all are doing well. Larissa, welcome in. Thank you, Calico, for the Prime sub. Appreciate you. All right. Hey, Spectator, welcome. Spectre Survival Gaming. Irksome. Jay, welcome in. Nestorish, welcome in. Hope y'all are doing well. All right. So it's time to prepare for the water biome update now that we know the actual release date coming November 10th. And just posted some videos yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Kind of going over some things you could do to prepare. So we might be doing some of that today. I already have the Ring of Light and, some of the things along those lines. But my base certainly could use a little TLC. Same thing with the organization and all my chests and inventory, all that good stuff. So yeah, we've got a little bit of work to do. And to keep you guys entertained until the water biome drops, right? Vitapex, welcome in. Lord Zizzo, welcome. Hey, Timber, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I think things will be here before we know it. The update will drop. Hey, Joe the Wizard, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, oh yeah, the Vein demo just came out. You'll have to let me know how that is. Looks cool. Yeah, some fun stuff to do to occupy ourselves all while we wait for things. Those will be fun. By the way, hopefully you guys can hear and see me okay today. I'm trying out a different microphone. I'm borrowing this one. It's the Shure SM7B, and I wanted to see how the sound differs from my good old trusty Rode mic that I've been using on the channel now since the day it started. Mostly because I'm just looking for something a little better with background noise rejection, maybe a little fuller sound, easy to listen to for long periods of time. I put a little audio clip test in the Discord, but figured it would be best to just do a full on stream for it. So if you're watching the VOD or if you're watching live now, just let me know how you like it as the stream goes on. How you like it with the voice and stuff in comparison to basically all my other videos and streams. So we'll see, because I'm looking at this one and a few other ones. Sound is good. All right, that's good to know. Oh, from Norway, heck yeah, welcome in, Lynn, welcome. Hey, Pixie. All right. Chuck Butler, welcome in. We'll go ahead and get started here. Moody Bat, thank you so much for the super chat. Holy cow. I just want to say thank you for helping me stay inspired, keep on going. Heck yeah, man. Appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for that. That is very kind of you. Thank you. And yeah, welcome in. I don't think I've seen you much in chat yet, but yeah, very much appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, sounds good. Mic audio's nemesis, right? I think the big thing with my old one was mainly the the sibilants, all the S's and T sounds would just get really, really harsh over time. It's a condenser mic. It picks up everything. It's great for music and vocals, but I'm looking for something more just talking style videos, since that's mostly what I do. Something that's just made for, podcast style content. And that's just pleasant to listen to. So that's kind of what we're going for. And might be partnering with another audio company with the channel soon, which will be very exciting. So a little bit of prep work today with that, a little bit of testing. So hopefully the sound levels are good. Hey, Creative Katesy, welcome in. Strudel, welcome. Got the crowd today. You all are really excited for the water biome, I'm sure. I am too. It's going to be so exciting. Yep, November release date confirmed. Yep. I kind of figured at this point it would be delayed a little bit. just because of the fact that usually they let us know at least a week in advance with like the exact date because of like Twitch drops scheduled and all of that good stuff. And given that we didn't hear anything yet, I figured it would either be like very, very end of October or a little delayed. But hey, I'd much rather them take their time, make something that is really, really awesome for us to all jump into, which will be very exciting when it drops. Yeah, I really can't wait. Gotta keep ourselves occupied until then. Kiernon, welcome in. Mellow sound of Chiselchip. Heck yeah. I already like the sound better on this mic. It's less peaky. Oh, that's good to know, Joe. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's the first time streaming with this, so I hope I'm just setting things right. It might even sound better as time goes on if I ended up, like, actually buying this mic. You know, like I said, I'm just borrowing it for now, just to see how it sounds, because it's one of my considerations. But that's good to know. That's really good to know. Yep, October 41st. Yep, right. Miss Glitched, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. BGL, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Heck yeah, and Chris. All right. First live stream of yours you've caught live. So glad to be here. Heck yeah. Appreciate you stopping by. And again, thanks for super chat. Awesome, and glad you can make it. Yeah, definitely worth the wait, so it's all done proper. Exactly. It'll be awesome. Hey, Katie, welcome in. Yeah, figured it would be delayed due to the silence. Exactly. Pretty much what we kind of figured. So now we know the exact day. We can get ready for it, which will be a lot of fun. So, yeah, if you haven't checked out my videos, there's some stuff to do to prepare. I recommend you do that. I was basically, you know, for a little summary, was saying the Ring of Light is going to be very important. A little update on that. A bunch of people in my Discord were saying they found it in the Nomad Highlands Ancient Spire. It's been a long time since Crimson and I were kind of exploring that area, and so we just had a bunch of them that I think Crimson was finding. It is a little harder to find, though, and I think this is going to be really useful for that water biome underwater, since we can't really use a torch down there. So, yeah, Nomad Highlands Ancient Spire or around that biome-ish if you're looking for the Ring of Light to prepare a little bit. And then, yeah, I think the main thing for me, too, is getting this base ready for some actual water, right? And this waterfall is going to have to go. Is going to have to go, which is, yeah, it's like I mentioned in my video, it's a little sad and exciting at the same time. It's like, oh, I like this little water design. It looks kind of cool. But at least this, like, part that flows down, we're getting rid of that. I think I'm going to leave this for now. This little bottom, like, splashy ice bit, stuff like that. But yeah, because we'll see, you know, maybe it would look extra cool to see the water, like the actual water flowing over this, and see how that would look. But I don't know. At least this ice part that's coming down has got to go. So yeah, we're gonna do some TLC, a bunch of work today, and probably a few more streams too. We'll see. Yeah, exactly. Maybe flow the water over some of the ice, right? Yeah. Probably something like that. I figure maybe it could look pretty cool. Do something like that. Oh, I think the introduction of water, the game opens opportunity doing the same thing. Yeah, with lava or something like that. Could be really cool if that was introduced. Absolutely. Definitely. Yeah, it's going to be amazing, right? Water biome isn't here yet. Nope. I know. I'm inevitably, for some of these streams, going to get people coming on. Oh, wait, is it out today now? Is it out yet? Did they release it early? It's gonna be out eventually. October, no, I keep saying October. I'm so used to saying October now. We know the exact day, November 10th. Okay. So yeah, we're just going to kind of destroy this from the bottom up to get a little bit ready. I think the ice blocks will melt. They will not melt. They will stay ice. Mostly because that way you can use them for a terrain material in your builds. Could be cool if they had an option for it to melt and stuff. And technically, if the water blocks are like blocks and stuff, maybe there'll be a setting that like we could enable to have ice melt at lower elevations or something along those lines. But I doubt it. I very highly doubt it. Going to do any base tours before the update? Possibly, Chris. We could think about that maybe. Yeah. Always like doing those and seeing creativity. If any of you got builds you're working on and stuff, share them in the Discord. Mention you're interested in a tour, and you know, maybe we'll get something together again. That'd be fun. Yeah, water tends to do that, right? Getting everywhere. It's gonna be tricky, you know. I think they're doing an amazing job though, and I really can't wait to see sort of where they go with it all. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, the voxel details doing a little weird things too. Yeah. Hopefully you get water blocks. That's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like based on kind of what they were sharing. It looks like it's literally going to be an individual, like you sort of pick up the source with like a bucket or something and then place it. Like you could make a stream as narrow as 1 block wide with the water. I think that's what's going to be happening. It'll be interesting. Yeah. Get the stream streaks now? Yeah, Katie. There's a little updates to Twitch and stuff. Getting a lot of updates to YouTube live stuff soon, too. Hasn't rolled out quite yet, but they're cooking up a lot of things. Ooh, wonder how it looked hollowed out. Let the water flow in the center. Ooh, that's an interesting idea. All right. Hey, Kongville, welcome in. And Mad Macload, welcome. Old Man Leg, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. And the water bucket, no damage falls. Yeah. Have some of the nostalgia from Minecraft. The water bucket MLGs to catch yourself without taking fall damage. That would be great, wouldn't it? Does this just destroys the water, I believe, or the ice, the terrain? Yeah, it doesn't actually destroy blocks. I love that. So that we're not going to mess up the pathways or any of that stuff. Oh, it's so weird, like, taking all this down, but it's, this is just going to be so nice. You know, I don't think I'm going to bother doing a whole lot for the lake just yet down here, or much in the way of this stuff. I think eventually, yeah, when the water comes in, I'm going to take all this down, but this is going to be easier. And I think I'd rather do this, like, live with you guys when the water actually releases, rather than trying to mess with all these little streams now, because it could look kind of cool to sort of have the ice under the water and could kind of experiment with how that could look over time. But hey, Firelord Fred, welcome in. 7 altars for a city you're working on. Oh, that's awesome. Super, super cool. Yeah, little ice fishing holes, right? All kinds of cool ideas you could definitely do. Steel Navarre, welcome in. Yeah, it's all like infinite water, kind of like Terraria's. Yeah, similar. There'll be like static sources and then infinite sources that will that'll keep flowing, and I think that's what they're planning for anyway. So you could do like a static, you know, hot tub, pools, things like that, versus like a waterfall. Make an ice water slide. Yeah, Joe, that'd be so cool. Yeah, we'd kind of have to do it like straight and maybe put some edges to it, but I wonder how that would work. I'd actually be very curious. You know, we don't really get a control much when we're sliding down the ice and things, but that could be really neat. All right, I'm going to go to the... Well, actually, I'm going to start building myself a little bit of scaffolding to get up there first and foremost, because I think, yeah, this is going to be a little bit tricky out here. Easy to forget. Welcome in. You're doing well. But yeah, I wonder if they'll make ice more translucent, you know? I'm kind of hoping, you know, like I mentioned in the videos, I think with the water biome introduction, it'd be really nice if we started seeing translucent or clear blocks, like glass blocks and stuff. And an update for the ice would be very welcome. Have it be a little translucent so you could see through it, or put light blocks under it and stuff like that. That could be really cool, because that idea would really work well to sort of incorporate the ice itself with water, or in the mountain biome having like real water underneath the ice layers. Like, you know, they're talking about adding it to other biomes. That's something they want to do. Probably not for the November update, but eventually that's something we could see from them. And so, yeah, it'd be really interesting if that was the case. Yeah, ice fishing would be cool. Building an aquarium, absolutely. Yeah. It's gonna be so great. It's gonna be so great. Those buildings you can't get into, the very top right of the Albany summits. Was crawling over this morning, noticed a block I haven't seen yet. It was gold. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't think they've done much like updates to the world, but yeah, gold like as a whole thing is gonna be introduced with the water biome as a like a currency and a new type of metal, similar to the way the steel was and stuff for the mountain biome. So we're gonna get to see gold tools, pickaxe, axe, all kinds of craftables. We're gonna be able to craft every adventure weapon that we've unlocked in the past, which is really, really cool. So some really exciting stuff. They really, yeah, you know, when they're like, oh, hey, it's going to be delayed. Oh, and by the way, we're doing a whole combat overhaul and everything else. It's like, oh, heck yeah. This is awesome. They're touching on a whole bunch of stuff. You know, we might even see some more little icings on the cake with them adding maybe like editable signs or some other things. I have no idea all the little details they're going to add with this update, but it is looking like they're cooking. Looking like they're cooking. It's going to be awesome. Ice fishing be awesome to see in a cave scene for your base. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Actually, speaking of that, that's kind of what I was wanting to do down in here. You see all these little like in this area, we got like a little bit of a beach and kind of like this section here. I was thinking of hollowing it out to almost create like a little grotto or something with like vines hanging down from the top ledge, to have like a little beach and a little tiny fishing hut, or just a little dock even, sort of like a very outdoor space where the cave is what makes it cozy and kind of encloses it. So I was thinking of something like that in this area, and that'll be so cool when this is water. I would love that. So yeah, we just, you know, endless ideas. A base is never finished. And then when the water biome comes out, we gotta pick a location for a fisherman hut in the water biome, and then also some kind of like real big end game base that we just do over the next like few years. Something that I just like a blank slate where we just build like crazy from scratch. Do a big tree build from scratch or something, some like twisted oak style tree or something. I don't know. I kind of had plans to do like an elven city, something like that, with like on an island maybe in the water biome. I don't know what'll happen with it, but it'll be really interesting. Yeah, some doors or something in there. Yeah, yeah, that could be cool. Love the idea. I think it'd be neat. I've expected YouTube to crash yesterday when they chopped that video. Oh, hey, Father and I, you've been watching the peninsula above Blackmire? That's where it's been growing a little bit, right? Maybe. Yeah, like a city in the ice. Rivendell build. Oh, these would be so cool. Yeah, yeah. Definitely. An oasis in the Kindle Waste? Absolutely. That would be awesome. All kinds of really... So much we could do with water. And like I've said previously, is like when water... When this update drops, it's officially just gonna be, you know, my top survival crafting game of all time. It just they just do it so well. They just do it so well. And it's gonna be so much fun to check it out. All right, so maybe we leave like a little bit of ice up at the top here. I just want to kind of cut it back till it's like meshed in with the terrain, maybe. So let's see. Let's cut that back, and then maybe a little bit of work over here. Yeah, maybe that. Oh, that's looking pretty good. Because then we could leave a little bit of it just to like almost have the water flowing over it and then pouring down. Gives the waterfall just a little bit of like oomph up here. You know, we could even put like a little bit of like cobwebs sticking out of the ice to give the water itself a little more of like that spray effect or something. I don't know. It'd be really interesting to see what we could do in here. Ice vendor in the desert. The water comes, build your fortress in Roman style with the aqueducts. Oh, that'd be so cool, right? Because we can bring it anywhere. We can actually do, you know, a flowing water trough or something along those lines. Yeah, that'd be super cool. Super cool. It's not just like any other game where you kind of gotta dig like a path and there's only one ground level for water and everything. Oh yeah, that'd be amazing. Definitely. All right, I'm kind of just like, yeah, I'm doing very tiny touch-ups here because I kind of don't want to like back in and destroy too much of like the terrain, if you know what I'm saying here. Just want this ice out of here. So we're kind of being a little surgical with it. This side section, I don't really want that there. Maybe that's too much. But just leaving a little bit of it could be kind of cool, just to experiment with. But this was the first thing that came to mind. Like, I gotta get rid of this waterfall. Because this is gonna be real sometime. And I was even thinking about building a fake water wheel here. And I'm glad I held off. Because if we can build those water wheels, oh, that would be so perfect for here. Kind of, you know, fake connect it to like a little spot to mill the flour and stuff like that for the tavern. Be super cool. All right, there. This is looking good. It's looking really good. I think maybe one more like little removal kind of in here. Just to cut back, give the ice a little bit of dimension to it. And up here, also be a little bit more rounded off, I guess. There we go. I think this is pretty good. Yeah. Just a little something there to experiment with. Hey, Lisa, welcome in. Thought it was just you that believe some things look new and different. Blog you saw a different color sitting immediately next to the granite block. Ooh, interesting. See the Howling Peak and the dragon. So maybe they are, yeah, maybe they are doing some updates. The short that they also shared of that that build the other day. It was before their news videos yesterday. They had the water biome shown in that video, actually. Did you guys get a chance to see that one? I could pull it up here if you want. But they had the water biome shown in its full location. Like, it was in the background of that video, just secretly hiding there. And it looked great. It was awesome to see that. About to tag me in Discord? No worries, all right. Check stuff out when I get a chance. Yeah, that could be pretty cool. Made a water fountain using ice. Cannot wait to make it real, right? Oh, it'd be so cool. Yeah, yeah. No, this is total opinion, but what do you think the biggest changes, releases, new things will be for the full release, since this is the last biome, if you're remembering correctly? Yeah, that's a good question. I think ultimately a lot of quality of life stuff, if they don't do like nameable map markers and signs and things like that with this update, that'll be in 1.0. 1.0 is also going to be creative mode in spring of next year, so that'll be pretty big. All kinds of overhauls to the skill tree and combat even more so. I mean, it sounds like they're really fleshing a lot of stuff out as well with this next water biome update, but they did have plans for, you know, a little bit of that. And then they also were mentioning something with like the world saves, being able to visit other players' worlds and servers, just kind of refining that process to have like a shared world experience, which is really great because their save system's a little confusing and hard to some people, you know, when you're not used to it right now. So they were thinking of that. And then they were also mentioning, what was the whole like island base raids, which could be really interesting. I'm not sure how that's going to play out, if that's going to be part of the water biome or the floating islands when they say island base raids, but something to do with, you know, base defense and stuff could be kind of cool. And they have that on the roadmap, so you never know. Yeah, creative mode comes, you're building a mega fortress. Heck yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, didn't see the short with stuff. Yeah, maybe I could try to pull it up. Hold on here. Let me go to their channel here and see if I can find it for you guys. Yeah, it was a little, they had like a little Easter egg sort of a thing in there. But they did post a build video Like one of their shorts. Yeah, here we go. Let me pull it up here for you guys. Oh, shorts used to have a thing where I could go like full screen into them. I guess that is oh, here we go. Okay. So you guys see this okay? I'm not going to unmute the sound. It's just a little bit of music, but yeah, very beautiful build. I think they put it in the comments here. They had, yeah, Kernick, name of the base. Matt Thunder is the builder. Yeah, so cool build there. But yeah, they showed the water biome a little bit in the background. Water slider and ice slide, right? They both would be really cool. So yeah, really cool cliff base here. This is going to be a perfect location to jump out over the water. And check it out here soon. Yeah, they go through showing the base a little bit, but then I think more toward like the 1 minute mark or something, they start showing the water a bit more, which would be really cool. Yeah, the world sharing you're looking forward to, that'd be awesome. Yeah. So here we go, real close. So you can see down in here, the kind of just left of this island. You can see this is the mountains. We get like this tree forested area that blends the mountains into the water biome. And you can see the water right down there, some of the shroud. So there will be shroud in the water area. You know, some trees, jungle. It looks really, really cool. So that's the first little snippet of kind of how the water biome is there. And as you can see, they just took this person's existing world and it got the update. So yeah, so it'll be kind of interesting. And then block is that this one's the floor that I passed by. Apologies. You can look through it again. It's on their channel. So right over here, I think soon as well we get a look at it. I miss it soon. Yeah, here we go. Look at what's going on at the top of the screen here. We get, again, those trees, the terrain transitions, waterfalls, mist, the shroud blending in with the water here that we get to see. So, yeah, this already got an aqueduct and ice slide that'll take them right down into the water biome. Yeah, pretty cool. We get to see a little sneak peek of the biome in its location as they're working on it there, which is pretty cool. Yeah, water park build, that would be awesome. That'd be very cool. All right. And meanwhile, I didn't hit escape, so it's nighttime. We can go have a little rest in the cozy tavern that we finished a bit ago, which is awesome. Super happy to have this big build done for all the villagers and everything. There we go. I have the night set to short so that that's the only modifier for this world. When I'm building and stuff, it'll mostly be in the day. Then I can have a little bit of night to see how it looks in the dark. Yeah, floating island base, things like that. That would be a great idea for something to be able to jump off of and get down to the water biome, because the benefits of floating islands is that you don't end up having any issue with terrain around your base doing anything weird, right? Like, you're not affecting the terrain of the water biome if you just build a floating island up in the sky as a jump point to get down there. So, yeah. Gosh, I don't want to wreck this all. Like, this is, okay, maybe the littler sections, will do kind of more when the water is actually out. I feel like I don't really want to mess this up just yet. I think that the waterfall down here was the big part that I wanted to, address, and I think that's more ready for... Show you the map location where we're at? Yeah, of course. We are right down below the Blackmire Spire on not the first little tree, but the second one here. It's kind of away from everything. So I've had this build now for nearly like 8 months, actually almost a year, I guess. And it hasn't been affected at all. I think the only thing, based on some updates, has been these little terrain thingies like poking out. You can see one here of where there's like a hard edge, but like other than that, they have not changed a bit in this area because we are so far away from other quests and stuff. They're at the very edge of Blackmire, so they just haven't really changed around or affected this area yet, which is really nice. So we've gotten to keep the base in this spot, and it hasn't changed. It's a really nice little location. The challenge for this build was basically keep the terrain as is, don't do a whole lot of terraforming, and use it to our advantage. It just naturally has all these little levels and everything else. We didn't really have to do much terraforming for this build, which is really cool. But now that we have all the different terrain materials to work with and things, it would be really cool to do like an endgame base where it's more like flat and then we do everything from scratch. You know, build the tree exactly how we want it, build a, you know, hills and houses and like a fishing village and stuff. Be super cool. Oh, it looks so weird without the water there. I think that'll look really cool. What do you guys think? Like, imagine, you know, water coming down from like up there where the little bit of ice is, flowing over the path and then coming down and hitting where the cobwebs and stuff are here to make it like splash more. And then, yeah, I think that could look really cool. And then eventually, you know, we hollow out the lake here to have the water go here. And then maybe even put, like, luminous growth below it and all kinds of stuff. Like, now that we have real water, I don't need these, like, little luminous growth edges here. The whole purpose that I did these was so that in the dark, it would reflect down on top of the ice and make it look more like water. And I'll still keep them in because I think it'll ease like underneath the water too, since we'll actually be able to have light that shines through it. I'm really, really excited for that. And then I'll see how I end up doing this little waterfall area over here. Yeah, I think it'll be awesome. Leave the water iced until you, yeah, know how the water actually works maybe. Exactly, that's kind of what I was thinking, you know. I think in the video where I was like, yeah, guys, you know, do your planning, get ready for the water. I think hollowing out like a big pond like this, yeah, that's fine. Deleting the waterfalls fine because I know they're going to have waterfalls, but I think the rest of it, when it comes to all these little narrow passages and the little tiny waterfalls that I have on this side and stuff, I think for those I am going to wait until we have the actual water. To see how I want to do things with it, because this is also the farm, and maybe this upper level could be like an aqueduct that comes off of this waterfall and comes over to this section, and this becomes our rice field or something along those lines. Yeah, since a lot of the crops and the rice in particular is going to be watered by the water biome stuff, so I was thinking, yeah, maybe we do a little bit of updating and stuff eventually. And I'm not quite sure how I want to do it yet, because, yeah, we ultimately don't know how the physics and how everything is going to work set in stone yet. So, yeah, stock it with fish. Exactly, you're going to have to do that. That'll be awesome. Yeah. Yeah, the water will probably reflect the blue light, too. It'll be gorgeous. Yeah, I think it'll be awesome. A little worried about how deep any of your ice is. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Having, like, you know, shallow sections of ice. Like here, I know that this ice is pretty shallow, but I know I have the room to go deeper. But actually, that's a really good point, Joe, because now that we have the water, you know, once it comes out, I'm actually glad I didn't end up doing the underworld. I eventually wanted to, and I might still start working on that today, is a big storage room and sort of underground temple below the tree, all back through here. But it's a good point. I don't go up too high because if I go too high, then that water can't be very deep. And that's true, is that if it's only like 1 or 2 blocks deep, it might not look very water-like. You know, it'll still be kind of reflective. But we'll have to see how the lighting works and all that. That really is going to be dependent on what happens when they release it. Which would be interesting. Build your base by taking over repaired town, a little full cave and rooms inside before you realize it could make a change to it. I don't think you have to be too worried. In their last update, they mentioned that if you already had a build, they changed things so that the quest, if there was a quest that happened where your build was, then they would give you the ability to still complete that quest at your flame altar where that build is located. So I really like that they updated that. It's especially nice for people who have built in existing locations or done renovations and things. Yeah, really nice that they included that. Yeah, so excited for the water biome. Heck yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Not changing things for a future update until the update actually, arrives, so you can see how things will affect. Yeah, fine-tune placing the props was a really good example. Exactly. We never know, and that's gonna be very interesting to see and mess around with for sure. Are we planning how to use explosives to dig bigger ponds? Oh, that is actually really true. That is really true. Yeah, yeah, Joe the Wizard taking notes from York. Some all the explosives and everything. Yep, definitely. So we really need to get a storage room sorted out. Something, right? Something that we can. I mean, we don't have signs yet. You know, I really want signs for storage, like before I do something really big. But I gotta start planning where I want it to be. And I was kind of thinking, you know, these little things, they kind of bump up every time, you know? You see how my character bumps on them? This was before we had the fine prop root. Oops. Didn't really want to, I just wanted to pick. Oh yeah, I have to like aim at the thing here. This is, this one here? Oh, wait. There it goes. Okay. So for these guys, I wanted to, now that we have fine-tune placement, just like I did in my other Hobbit hole, these guys can go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And when they're down by 8, your character doesn't bounce up and down through them instead of down by like 12 or whatever. So I love that we can now fine-tune the placement of them. And yep, I want to do that here because if I'm coming back here for a storage room, I want to get these taken care of. 6, 7, 8. Oops. Right there. Yep, that's great. Okay. Can I go ahead and close that door. Can I get this one to pick up? Maybe not. It's going to be a little bit tricky. They seem to respect the players, work, yeah, put work into building bases, definitely. And updates in general, too, you know. King Games is one of those dev teams, like, they really listen to the players and all of that. It's really nice. They have done some great stuff. Alright, I'm gonna just put that back there for now. I think that'll work. Good enough. Good enough. So, where is it? Is this one here that I can't get to dig out? Wonder if I can destroy the bottom of it here with that. Yep. And then go ahead and all right, get X out of there. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is gonna be nice. I'll at least do it to this side for now. I'm gonna have to do it to both sides eventually, but yeah, once I figured out we could do this, you know, back when I built this house, that wasn't a thing. We couldn't move things up or down, so you just bonk your head on the top of everything. There we go. So now we can walk through here without our camera. Oh, one of them. This one right. Oh. Oh, is it that chandelier, actually? Yeah, it is. I think the other one was up 12. Let's do that. I think 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just go up 12 there. There we go. Okay, so now we can walk through here without our character going bonkers and making me dizzy. When am I going to start selling a masterclass in Enshrouded building? Sign you up, take your money. I mean, that's what the live streams are, you know? They're free. They're free. Anyone can join. It's fun having you all here. Yeah, that would be a funny idea, though. Been heavily moving things from resource worlds to save just in case they break resource world with the update. Yeah, it's kind of a good idea. Or keep the weapons you want and stuff, because all weapons are going to be different with this update and stuff as you find them. So definitely think about the things that you want to stock up on that you don't want changed, and kind of get a bunch of them. Yeah. Hey, Anthony, welcome in. Yeah, you could become a member for sure if you want to. Support the channel, get some perks. When we have launch day for the update, it's gonna be. I'm gonna go ahead and pick this one up and get these. Members are when you're a member on YouTube, which you don't unfortunately get this perk on Patreon because it's a separate platform. But you get like a little badge in the comments. Obviously, your name's a different color, so when we get a lot of chat happening, it's incredibly easy for me to see your name and reply. I gotta reset this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you, Isaac. Continuing the membership. Appreciate you. Only thing you're worried about, breaking resource worlds, older versions of the railings. Yeah, right, exactly. Similar to that. We could have some stuff like that. Isaac, gifted memberships. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Isaac's been around on the channel for quite a while. One of the first members, actually, I think. Isaac, you've been on and off a little bit. I think, yeah, you and Kaz and stuff. Remember the good old times, I think back with, like, when I was at, like, 5,000 subscribers or something like that. I really appreciate you. Try to remember you guys. Oh, yeah, so the endless life rings might be... Yeah, I'm hoping they kind of buff some things, you know, with some of the ring changes we were seeing in the sneak peeks there. From the videos that I was doing, I think that's definitely something we could expect, is some better ring changes, and buffs and stuff, especially because they're decreasing the regens for health, stamina, mana, all that stuff. So the buffs for that are definitely, I think they're gonna buff armor and rings and food a lot more, and also, as they're mentioning, having the like elemental weapon damage, which is going to be really cool to be able to sort of redo some of that. All right, I just got to get these doors back. I think it was it this? No, it was the other way around, I think. How are these doors now? I'm forgetting how these VUCA ones. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So this one there. I think that's gonna come, yeah, out by one more. Okay, so now we don't have our bonka head problems, which is gonna be good. And I think this is gonna be a good spot to start building out like a storage room or something. What did I use for the floor of this build? Was this is the right, the timbered block. Okay. I'm gonna go get a bunch more of these. I'm almost debating if it should turn to stone, though, back here. And I kind of feel like it should. Some VUCA, the VUCA temple block back there or something. I think that would be nice, because a storage room, like in underground stuff, it makes sense for that to be stone. Yeah, maybe some shield changes. Yeah. Could be cool. Thank you so much for stopping by, Maria. Appreciate you. Have a good rest of your day. Doggo is yelling at you to take him out. No worries, no worries. Alright, VUCA temple blocks. I know I've got a whole bunch of those up in the tavern. And then yeah, I think the best use of our time between now and water biome is honestly getting our storage taken care of. Getting a new storage room done down there. Because yeah, as we start getting all kinds of new resources, I also really want to upgrade the chests in the kitchen with magic chests. I don't like the look of magic chests because I don't like that they glow blue, especially when they're like in a kitchen or something. But I kind of need to like access the food, you know what I'm saying? So I think upgrading those would be a really good idea for the update. Just found a legendary ice crystal daggers set a few days ago. Decided to try using daggers first time, almost 1,000 hours. You love them. Yeah, it's a cool combat style. And then, you know, if you remember kind of where you found, I mean, they are reworking the way the chests will spawn weapons and stuff. But if you kind of remember where they were, then you can go back, get them again when the update comes out. They'll actually do ice damage and stuff like that. They're really reworking the daggers, especially. Yeah. Better than in game. My dog's in the game. So yeah, I brought him in there. They ate all their food again. No, they have it. They have it. See? One of them's just doesn't know where to find his food. But they have it. Because we did that in the tavern build the last time. Imagine a stepwell feeding large canals, aqueducts. That'd be so cool. Yeah. Stop barking at me. You got your food there.
Hey.
All right.
Hey.
Vuka temple blocks. Where do we got those? I think they're in the chest in here. Because like I've got storage in here, I've got storage in the barn. They're everywhere. Oh, they attach to a specific food bowl. I see. So yeah. So that maybe I haven't fully fed them yet, you know? Oh, do I only have 90 of these things? How much does it pull from if I get a block thing? Oh yeah, 3,000. Yeah, I was like, I know I got more than 90 of them. All right, so we've got enough to start building down here. Love to see them add an option and change the color of light. Oh yeah, emitted from the magic chest. That'd be super cool. Because I like how, you know, Grounded does something similar with that. With, where you can change the color of any torch or fireplace or anything. Any lighting in the game can be color changed. It'd be cool if that was an option here. If you've gone a couple of days, you have food icon over their heads. Pet them and the icon will go away. Oh, interesting. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like if they have food in their bowls kind of a thing, and then if they, that's okay. That makes sense. Oops. I wanted there we go. Okay. It's official. We're gonna start building this passage here. So there we go. That's the start of the stairs, which was essentially 1.5 blocks. So that I could fill that in there. Yeah, this is great. Oh man. And then this block here can kind of be the center. Yeah, that's fine. This block there to be the center of what I end up blocking out back here. So I'll take the big guy here, and I think that's, yeah, it's a halfway point. Oh, I think, hold up, I need that there, yeah, there we go. Okay. Easy, quick way to hollow out a large area. I don't know how big I want the storage to be just yet, but it's probably going to be a fair amount, game called The Last Caretaker does it awesome. Oh, cool. What did you miss? Did the water biome drop yet? Yeah, it dropped a bit ago. You missed it. We already went through all the adventure, got everything. Now I'm just trying to build with some of the leftovers, honestly. Yeah, so you'll have to go rewatch the stream. Love the way I explain how I build things. Well, I'm glad it helps. Here they can be a little educational and inspiring and also just a fun time, you know? Kind of what I'm going for. So this is a really great spot, I feel like, for the storage room. To be, like, right here. Like, chests all the way around. Maybe, like, yeah, maybe rows of chests or something. Maybe I want to have it deeper. I don't know the entire size, but... Yeah, exactly. How big is your storage area? I don't know just yet. So, we'll see. But I'm thinking, and speaking of which, in here, I should just go ahead and equip the Ring of Light. As you guys can see a little bit back here. Maybe they'll buff this a little bit as well for the water update. I wonder. Yeah, storage rooms are fun to build and organize. Am I going to have to bring you in again, Ebony? Ebony, the clutter storage organization Enshrouded Queen. Definitely does a great job with all that. I think I gotta go deeper. I don't think, you know, right now my storage rooms and areas are just a mess. It's all over the place, so I probably will want more chests than I think. But at the same time, like, just to clarify, I'm not trying to create a resource server here. We're just holding what I actively am using and doing and stuff, you know. I'm not gonna sort of do a resource world in this build, you know. It's not like my ultimate endgame build with absolutely everything, but a big enough storage room to sort of have every everything in here. You're around, Ebony. Okay, let me hollow out this thing. Put a floor in it. We can kind of decide how big it goes. Let's see. We got 1, 2, and then 3, 4 right now. Let's go ahead and at least do one more here. I think 5. 5 is pretty good. 5 by 3 essentially is what it is. Yeah. It's a pretty good size. Need to be able to serve your own resources to yourself. Yeah. Eventually I would love to. Eventually I'd love to sort of do more of a resource world. And have all of that in another base. But I'm just kind of looking for something to get me by in a very comfortable way here. But yeah, that'd be nice. I'd add a box in the community server specifically of them with that. Hey, welcome in. We're working on a storage room right now, doing everything I can to prepare for the water biome update. I think my biggest issue is food and inventory, so a storage room in the forest village. I guess anyone new popping in? Just give you a little context of the build. We're back in the back of the Hobbit hole right now, in the forest village, and right now my storage is scattered everywhere in all kinds of different chests. Different rooms up in the tavern, in the carpenter, the barn, just everywhere. So I'm working a little on that. Get a little ready. Hey, Soul, welcome in. Have plans, resource world that's manageable and located near the starter area. Keep getting distracted. Oh, there's all kinds. Well, now, hey, you've got extra time. You've got extra time now to start a new build or finish it or work on something. Gonna need it to be way bigger. Yeah, I probably will. I probably will. This is way bigger than what I've had though. Okay, 5 by 7. How does that sound? All right. Or what if we did? Okay, where's the center of this build? We've got. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, So here's the center currently. If I move the center over, let's say here to do 1, 2, 3, and then, yeah, let's do 7. So I'm going to go back another 2 of these things. All right. This way, it'll just be big. It'll be expandable. We have so much space down here, and I don't really want to go higher up to the ceiling, which doesn't make sense anyway, because we can't really have, you know, I can't reach a chest if it's too high up. I think we can really only reach like 3 or 4 rows of chests until I had to do like a second level or something, but I'll just keep this like 1 level for now. Be simple and easy. Oops, was that? This is the right spot, okay. And that should be 1, 2, 3, yep. Okay, so this is the center currently of what we've got going in here for the storage room. Let's now do some little bump outs for armor and weapons and items. So like, you know, like rings and all that stuff. So I want to do maybe a 3x3 on both sides. Let's try that. That'll be nice. Just kind of do little bump outs. I think that'll be good. Yeah. And then having 2... Yeah, this is good. Okay. So yeah, it's going to be big then. All right, fine. We'll do a storage build. How's that? Give me some content to do for a while till we wait for the water biome. And I've been meaning to do one freaking forever. So I guess it's about time, right? About time. Make the best experience possible for Crimson and I when we hop back into the playthrough. Can you guys see this okay with the ring of light? Is that working out? Hey, Valheimgal, welcome in. Can't wait for the update. Heck yeah. Just took the day off. Nice. It is going to be so great. I'm really excited for it. Okay, so I think 3 by... All right, fine. 3 by 3. 3 by 3. And then 3 by 7. I think those are some pretty good dimensions for what I need here. I'll just go ahead and put that down so that it's there on the grid. And then let's get one more back here. Perfect. Can see fine? Awesome. Yeah, the Ring of Light chesty on the character makes me look like a ghost, especially with this cosmetic set. But yeah, it's really nice. You know, it doesn't have a very far range. I think like a headlamp sort of a hat could be really cool. And I kind of hope they add that with the water biome. But in the meantime, this thing works great. I really like it. I'll have to find a babysitter when the update comes out. Yeah, I remember the last update, the Thralls of Twilight. Christy, Gaming with Christy, another, yeah, she was in the chat a little earlier today. Another great YouTuber doing some Enshrouded Valheim stuff. She came in along with another one to explore the update with me for some of the live streams. And it was so funny. She just kept dying over and over and over again in one of the, the Night Sanctums. And and then, you know, the 10th time she died, maybe is like, oh, Jesus, I'm going to have to tell little man to take the bus today. I'm not going to go pick him up from school. It was like, yeah, get your babysitters ready, get everything ready. And then spend a bunch of time with your kids afterward. Go play some make-believe Enshrouded outside with them or something. Black Sundew, welcome in. Gonna use the new building blocks for the water biome. You have any combos planned? Not yet. I'll kind of have to see what, you know, all the things that they add with it, you know, with the different blocks and stuff before I could really decide on a lot. Make a prison fence floor with glowing stone on the sides and add water under the prison fences after the update. Ooh, yeah. That'd be cool. So we have more than 2 fingers, we should be able to wear more than 2 rings. This is true. I mean, maybe they add another character slot, or yeah, another ring slot in here, something in here, and or the idea of like a slot over here for like a cape, or you know, something over here. But yeah, that could be interesting. I think with the buffs, I actually really like what they're doing with the debuff on health and stamina and mana regen, because it has gotten really easy. I mean, I can literally just obliterate stuff. It's insane. Being a mage right now, end game, absolute end game, it's like nothing is challenging for me. Nothing except for the dragon, the mountain dragon boss fight, which is still a little challenging. But everything else is like, I can just breeze right through it, and I think having that lesser regen is going to be nice, because keep in mind, it's like anyone who is like, oh yeah, I don't like that though, it's going to make more grindy, whatever. There's always going to be the sliders here, and the difficulty, right? And I think in here already even, yeah, player stamina, player mana, player health, they might add a regen slider in here with the update, and yeah, you can always change things around, so I think it'll be for the better. Yeah, the nerfing, logging out and in with the chest bug, yeah. It'll be interesting. I think that'll be the biggest thing that'll disappoint some people, but yeah, I don't mind it too much. I think it'll be okay. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it fares, and you know, I think if it's the way I understand it, kind of how I mentioned in the video, I think like, oh, if people can like log back in and expect the same thing out of that specific chest, I think that could be actually a really good thing, because then instead of all these videos on YouTube that are like, oh, farm for epic loot and legendary gear and do it 1,000,000 times in the same chest, it's like, no, go to this specific chest, this specific location, and here's what you'll find. Which I really like. I really like the fact that, like, oh, it opens up a lot of, like, you know, people can remember where they find specific things to unlock recipes, tell their friends where to get them, instead of this big guessing game of things just being randomly generated in certain chests. I guess there's advantages and disadvantages to both, which will, yeah, it's kind of interesting. If the dragon in Albany summons a youngling, I'm gonna die a lot when you meet his daddy. Oh yeah, I mean, because the non-youngling ones are like the size of those big skeletons that are on the ground. That would be the hugest boss fight ever, to put something that big. You know, look at like how big that would be. You know, the big rib cages and stuff on the grounds. Be freaking insane. And there's gonna be the water biome. Yeah, I think it's gonna be so cool. It looks so small from up here. It's like, oh, that's it. Like that's such a tiny biome. But I think it's gonna be a lot bigger than we think, especially again with like the verticality of certain things and stuff. Yeah, be interesting. Show you how many lore pages I discovered, how many quests I've done. Got no quests left, around 67 lore pages. Yeah, I know I don't have all of them, so take this with, you know, a grain of sand or whatever. Let's see, where do I find this? Lore, 166 it says. General, Ancients in the Flame. I know there's way more, though. I really haven't found a whole lot. But yeah, 166 there. Quests I have 0. Completed, I have 157. Missed, I just have ones because I did the playthrough with Crimson, so I've got some that are like, you know, personal versus group progression. But I know there's like over 200 and something quests, so I know I haven't completed nearly all of them, because this is the same character and playthrough that I had back when the game first came out 2 years ago. And so yeah, they've added all kinds of lore and quests and things since then, so I just, ultimately, to get all of them, I'd have to like start over, you know, do a new playthrough kind of a thing. Or go back through every biome and everything, because I'm sure they've updated all kinds of stuff in that regard. So yeah, I think that's the big thing there. You start a YouTube channel and that dragon shows up, specifically say, as it appears, makes the presence known. Huh, that's something you don't see every day. Right, Arxel? Might have to bring more than 15 friends to that fight. Yeah, right. They'd have to up the server limit if we had to fight a dragon that big. That would be pretty crazy. Yep. Yeah, some of the lore pages were in really scary places, deep and very hidden ones here and there. Yeah, there's so much in this game. I love how the whole game just feels like this big treasure hunt. If that makes sense. It's like, yeah, I love that. I love that even if you don't enjoy building, it still has something for everyone, and that's always important and fun. Yeah, Neva. Isaac. Isaac gifted some memberships today. Very nice of him. Pretty sure Isaac's in the chat, although I haven't seen a chicken emoji in a long time, so... I keep placing this block. There we go. It's hard to see sometimes under the ground. Okay. So this should be a pretty proper size for a storage room. This is not bad. Not really prepping, just gonna wing it and kick ass? Yeah, pretty much. that'd be a good way to do it. Because, yeah, I don't think you really need to worry about, like, oh, tons of prep and being... It's more of like, oh, be as ready as possible. I know that I'd have a better experience if things were just organized for my playthrough with Crimson and stuff. Yeah, it would be nice. I bet he's gonna appreciate it too. Okay, Ebony, so I'm gonna go and grab some lights, and figure out the... Yeah, I guess, well, actually maybe like 2x2 columns. I need some of the well blocks for this area here to figure this thing out, I guess. I'm gonna block it out a little bit more, and then I'll let you on if you want to help with some chests and transferring absolutely everything into them. Wonder if to add something like a percentage completion, see how much you have. Oh, that would be a really good idea to them, yeah. I would love that, to know how many quests and things I've actually missed. Yeah, just have some sort of a gauge of what I can keep doing in the world. Yeah, that'd be nice. Start a new playthrough with you any day, loving this game. Heck yeah. I don't know if I'll do a new playthrough on the channel, you know, as another video series. I mean, maybe after 1.0 or something. But that's one thing with Enshrouded, of just how, you know, great it is with the fact that old worlds just get all the updates and stuff, to where my YouTube playthrough, yeah, it's a little out of order, but it's a little nostalgic. Like, look back and see, like, oh, hey, the Revelwood biome is there, and then Blackmire came out, and so we went and explored that after we were done with the Nomad Highlands, and it's kind of cool to see the full, like, update progression of the game in that playthrough. So we plan to continue that same playthrough all the way through the end. We're going to pick right back up where we left off. I think, was it like episode 38 or something? Episode 39 with the mountain hollow halls, mountain biome hollow halls, and then we'll go into the water biome and do the whole water biome. It should be a really fun time. A temporary dump spot for transferring all the inventory. Yeah, Ebony, I don't care if it's messy at first, just like dump stuff in there. Like, well, yeah, you kind of know, you did a great job organizing all this stuff too. All that's organized. We'll have like, yeah, furniture rows or something, I guess. Try to figure it out a little bit. I'm gonna grab a different, few other blocks here, and let's see. Let's do the well block for that, and roof block, and conifer maybe. Maybe the palm wood. I don't know. We'll see. Hello, doggo. Yeah, there really has been a lot of changes made over time. It's very true. Any chance they'll add a climbing mechanic, you think? I don't know. It'd be very interesting. Kind of in the game If Sunsets that we played, was that last week for Spooky Season Survival Week, which was very fun, by the way. Thanks for everyone who joined in for those streams. That was kind of a fun time checking out some zombie apocalypse survival games for Spooky October. Two of them were pretty good. One of them was not so good. Yeah, If Sunset's another good one that had a really good climbing mechanic, and that could be cool to see in more games. I always get double jump and updraft right off the bat, because like, oh, I want to make it up this cliff. Like, oh, hey, I can kind of sort of get there and use the pickaxe and explosives, and you know, like, but having some sort of climbing mechanic, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of torn with it. You know, maybe it would be good, but maybe it would also just be too cheesy, right? Like maybe people just wouldn't go on the pathways and explore the quests in like the proper way, I guess, if that makes any sense. Given that it is more of like an RPG questing game. So, I don't know. Be interesting. Starting a new playthrough, so setting up a new starter base. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Would any of you like an updated video on a starter house? Either before or after the water biome comes out. I was thinking I had the very first starter house that I ever put out was back in the demo of Enshrouded. Building pieces and the way the blueprints worked updated a lot since then. And I've updated that specific starter house to actually I'll show you guys. Hang on, let me see if I can switch my character. Which one I got here? This one, I think it's this one here. Oh, let's go to this world. Starter house vid. So I'm doing this other playthrough with one of my siblings. Been a while since we logged on last. I gotta do some more. But I did this starter house, which I honestly can pretty confidently say is like one of my favorite starter houses. It took the design similar to don't mind all the beds and stuff. We kind of used it for a while now. But it's similar to the first starter house I did in the demo. But because the blueprints and everything have changed so much, it might be good to have a updated version that also includes a full interior. But I threw this thing up really quick, and it's honestly one of my favorite bases, you know, just in the starter area, but it just fits everything. It looks really cosmetically nice. Very simple materials you can get right away. Little garden beds and room for expansion and stuff, you know, with all like little seed beds and places to test things is kind of what's in the front just aesthetically. And then you go in, got plenty of stuff for some of the NPCs, a very open design, just so that, oh gosh, that scared me. Bro didn't come all the way in here just for that. All right. I always forget the wolves are over here. Anyways, I got this whole thing, you know, a little kitchen area, little dining, and then storage under the stairs, spot for an animal and things. And then upstairs has kind of become like all the beds and stuff for the villagers. But I could include in a tutorial, like maybe a little bathroom up here, the beds, like, I don't know, something. But if you guys are interested, this starter house is by far my favorite. I would build this in like every playthrough I do. The big one that I did at the start of the playthrough was really great, but if you're not looking to build something quite that big, this is like my top recommended design. Yeah, 5x3 exactly. It's been awesome. And then the backside, well, first of all, you can put all the animal beds next to the wall because this roof overhang qualifies as them being sheltered. And haven't you noticed, the animals in this game are fed and, like, super happy. That's because I'm playing with my little sister. So she feeds the animals. This is like her thing. She likes the farming and the animals. But anyway, so there's, you know, bigger garden beds out here and stuff. It's very expandable. It's a nice little design. And if you guys are interested, I could do a little tutorial on that base sometime. As kind of an updated starter house. Because I know with 1.0 and the water biome and stuff, a lot of people will probably be wanting to dive in and do another playthrough or something like that. Like tower you never widen, just go higher as you need. Right, you can do that. No worries, Steel Navarre. Thanks for stopping by. How to frame a house, plan a roof would be so helpful. Ooh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me about that too. Yeah, like just a dedicated video on lighting, and then a dedicated video for roofing. Probably like I'm guessing you're probably referring to more like the terrain roofs and stuff. More of like, oh, how do you choose like the side profiles and sort of match it up? I think with just the 45s, it's fairly easy, but yeah, more of like a dedicated video just on building a terrain roof with some of the little tips and stuff for that to make it easy. Yeah, some people have wanted that. Need a roofing video as well, yeah, okay. Get very stressed when the animals are not fed. Yeah. All right, I'll try to keep on top of it when I can, you know. And but that's partly what makes it fun with other people. It's like, all right, I like that you know, when I play with my siblings and stuff, it's like, oh, my little sister likes the farming aspect and stuff. All right, cool. I'll be sure to build like a little spot for the animals and stuff. It's like she'll have something to do, I'll have something to do, you know. I kind of like that aspect of like, you know, maybe I don't feed my animals all the time, but they're cared for, you know, by someone someday. How many hours do I have in the game? Let me check currently. On Steam, we got 900. Haven't hit 1,000 yet, even. Not too long in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, basic roofing tips would be helpful, all that. Yeah, because I think this update and stuff and near 1.0 is definitely going to bring a lot of new players in. Yeah. Oh, search art concept buildings, floor cuts on yeah, Pinterest. Really great for floor layouts. Oh, that's cool. Definitely. Play with your big brother. Took you a while to convince him to get it. Now he's hooked. Yeah, it's such a fun game to play with others. Yeah. So back to the little pillars. What I was kind of thinking here is getting these with the well block and putting them, yeah, kind of on the corners here of the stuff. Let's see. Does that make sense to do like that, maybe? Let's see here. Just kind of adding a little bit of depth in here and stuff, I guess. Yeah, I think that could work. Need some sort of entrance. This is still big enough to kind of walk back and get to. Okay, so this is basically the outline of what I've got so far here. So yeah, Ebony, if you want to come on, I could host it, and then feel free to use resource worlds and stuff. I'm not gonna use them once the update drops though. So I'm kind of trying to get ready because I like getting to 100% completion, at least, you know, from what I found in quests and stuff, before I start using resource worlds. It's just I like that. I like that a lot. So, hey Edgar, welcome in. Oh, last one had to bail out suddenly and missed it. No worries. Well, appreciate you stopping by. Figured I had way more than you. I mean, someday maybe. I do not plan on stopping this game, but yeah, I think as a content creator, I'd say I've got maybe 4,000 hours into editing Enshrouded videos. So, you know, I've got a lot of Enshrouded time-ish. I'm gonna build a frame for your storage boxes, stack the boxes as is. I think, you know, something along those lines, like putting them kind of stacked. Maybe some little rows to like divide them up. Could be kind of cool. And then I was thinking like, you know, maybe just a double hallway. So like pretend my blocks are chests here. I could put one, let's see, this is like the very center. So I could put like a row here and a row here. like that go down this side. So that way I've got like a nice wide aisleway, which I want. I don't want it to feel cramped. But I could have this one really long row that then ends here. So you've got like a cross style aisleway. Stuff along this wall, like wrapping around in these areas with maybe like a little crafting bench in the center of each of these areas, or some armor displays of like, oh hey, this area is going to be designated for food, and then this area here could be designated for, you know, all the other stuff, like, you know, weapons, armor, things like that. And then all the stuff in the center and on the side walls can be for blocks, terrain, materials, resources, you know, stuff like that. So kind of what I'm thinking in terms of the layout. But yeah, Canuck, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Found that making the first row of chests closer, the room center. Oh, you can step on top of them. Yeah, for the second row. Oh, that's a good idea in terms of the order of things. Yes, so start with the center basically, and then move to the sides. Yeah, that's a great idea. Okay. Yeah, definitely a good idea. Gotta say, you've done a phenomenal job. Putting up really good Enshrouded vids on YouTube. First person you found, really liked it. Game first came out. Been following ever since. Heck yeah. Well, I appreciate you sticking around. Yeah, I love games like this. I love any kind of survival crafting games and things. You know, eventually I may, and I already start a little bit, just kind of branching out a little bit more with YouTube. As I grow bigger following stuff, where things like just hanging out with you guys, putting out videos and stuff, like I don't have to be quite as like, oh, I'm only gonna do this game and only this, like all the time. Oops, banged the mic. But yeah, I think as I grow a little bit, branching out and just having it for the sake of the community, and then always loving the survival games, but trying new games sometimes that are sort of in the genre, or you know, I know a lot of people have wanted some production videos here and there, you know, like an updated OBS video for sound or other things. If any of you guys want to be starting channels or live streaming or things like that, I can do some updated videos of those, because it's been a long time since those videos. And then I'm also starting up a second channel again, and that'll be for more like helping creators grow and stuff like that. So I've got a lot of plans for YouTube, you know, as time goes on. It's all a matter of you know, playing the long game, doing it when I can, when I'm not too busy, and I definitely have a dream to keep doing it a lot more, for sure. Farming yucca trees sucks, in case anyone cares. Yeah, I didn't like when we had to do that a lot. I think it's ever gotten better. The stuff would get buried in the sand, and it's like, oh, I couldn't get it there, but you would enjoy that, all of the above? Cool. Okay, Ebony, you ready to well, actually, okay. We need to do some resource world pit stops. Let me go get some chests and put them down here. Start dumping some of my inventory into them. And then, and if you wanted to, stock up on the biggest, you know, the huge magic chests. Because that's basically what we're going to do, like a whole bunch of, if you're still around and wanting to. Send a DM book that helps teach design and building with a story. Oh, cool. Others in the stream might be interested. If you think it's worth sharing, heck yeah. Oh, awesome. You're already ready. Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and chuck my inventory and just do one run to the resource world. Because if I log out and in, then you're not able to join while I'm in the resource world. So, so you'll have to be, you or I, like, or yeah, I might have to log out sometimes or something. We'll see how to get it working. I thought I had some. Yeah, there we go. All the chests in one spot. Heck yeah. I'll go ahead and put these in here. Yeah, I'll just like get the materials for the chests instead. Oh, easy to carry more? Oh, really? Is it? Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. I'll have to look up what they require to make. I could try to find them. I don't know where they'd be in the resource world. Or I could try to go to Shroud Depot again or something. You guys could tell me where to get the materials. Okay, so yeah, I'm thinking start the first row. Where's the edge here? Let's do it like, is that the, yeah. And then like that. That's centered, right? I have to make sure because I'm not like putting everything in here and not having, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that is not where I want them to go. Okay. Glad I checked. I want them out by one more block like this. So they can line up with chests that would go on these walls here. Because is this? Yeah, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that lines up the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. And then I want to see if this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yay! So that's an even number. That's what I was checking for. Okay, cool. That's all I'm after. So we'll start with like this middle row. And we can make it fancy later on too with like, you know, some cool props on the edges, you know, maybe some prison fence pieces since they match up directly with a corner of a block. Prison fence pieces are great in that way where they snap to the corners of things instead of directly in the center of something. So you could kind of deck it out, put some cutting boards, some other props, some little light sources that are hidden, all kinds of stuff to make it look really fancy later on. I'm just getting it like the basics in right now. So these front two chests, I guess, I'll just start with these being like the dump chests for now. I'm just gonna like, I guess I'll keep like inventory stuff in my inventory, but everything else I'm gonna, oops. I'm gonna go ahead and those down there. All right, snow I'm not really needing now. Okay. I'm gonna do a run to the resource world, stock up some stuff, at least the one that I have, and then get cracking. And then this will probably take a while, so I'll do it on some other streams and stuff. There, now we talking. It is nice and full. Not gonna be able to regen the file, but this will give me a bunch. Okay. Should be good for a few of them anyway. A lot of chests, right? Okay. Go ahead and start it up. Okay. Ebony, it's the same password. I don't know if you remember. I'll just go ahead and message you too. Okay. Yeah, this should be really good. Doing the full prep. Make this easy. I think, what do you guys think? Do we put the food, do we replace the kitchen chest with magic chests or just put the food down here? I'm kind of thinking put the food down here in a section of the storage room because it's like, yeah, it's like a root cellar. We also have, because we have the farm right out here and stuff. Granted, the animals are all like kind of up there, but like maybe we, yeah. Because we can craft from the magic chest. Maybe I just keep the kitchens, the wooden chests, and just have section of the big storage room be for all the big ingredients and stuff. And then finished foods, things like potions, meals, stuff like that is what can go in the kitchens. I like that. I think that'll be good. I didn't build these magic chests. These ones, so that was a resource world that I just logged into. What you do, you fill chests up with stuff, and then you refresh the world file. So you create a backup, and then you refresh it. And then it regenerates what was in those chests, because you're basically playing in the backup of the world. So once you fill a chest with some stuff, you just refresh it, and it refills that chest. And that's like the closest thing we can get to creative mode. But as I've kind of mentioned, I like doing it only when I'm fully, you know, because like you can prematurely unlock a whole lot of stuff by going into a resource world, so I really only use them when I'm finished with the rest of the game's progression. But yeah, they're handy. They really are. I still find it funny. I still see so many Enshrouded, you know, people on streams and stuff. Not to poke fun of or anything, but I see so many people on streams that still don't realize that you can I like, let's see, move actions. Is there like a quick way to put it in my hotbar? Yes, there we go. I see so many people that don't realize you can turn on snapping for chests, because every other video game you can't. So it's like they automatically assume like, oh wait, I gotta like free place it, and they're like sitting there for hours like lining up the edges, stuff like that. Like I love that you can turn on snapping for like every prop in Enshrouded. It is such a nice thing to be able to do. Hey, there's Ebony. All right. Oops. Yeah, I don't really like the magic checks. They break immersion. Yeah, a bit of that. I agree, which is why I want them only in the storage room and not in the houses. I think having that.
Hey.
Hello. Yeah, I think only having that down here would be the better option. Even the food ingredients, everything we need to craft from down here. So this is the size for the middle section. So I'll do this, but back here as well, to have kind of like a row kind of duplicating it. And then, yeah, and then some, well, let's see. It'd be interesting to sort of lay this all out here. Maybe just like a long hallway of them, like in the middle here of, well, let's see. This was at the edge there, so I'm gonna go do maybe central ones over here as well. Okay, so let's see. Got this one. I think this is centered if I have one here. Just gonna kind of rough them in for now and then see if that's, yes, I think I gotta go like over here. I think maybe that's centered. And then maybe this middle section is what's open to be like a little bit of crafting. Just like a workbench and, you know, some of the simple stuff, I guess. Something like that. Yeah, the different colored glows for magic chests, definitely. I do love that idea. I think that'd be a great thing. I do think that'd be a great thing to add. Okay, pretty sure this is all. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Looks great. Okay. And then same thing on this corner. Pretty much be, yeah. It's like a cross-style build. I think this will be nice. It'll fit so much, actually. And be not too cluttered, which I like. And plenty of space in here. I think there, maybe. Does that look right? I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9. Hang on. I need to put Ebony. Okay. It's hard because she can't hear me in real time. There's always a delay. I could join a voice call if you wanted to mute the stream. Yeah, different color would definitely be nice. I'll have a batch of yucca trees. Yeah, all the drops and stuff, right? Especially if you kind of have the foliage. I think sort of like a tree farm is the way to go for those guys. Okay, so there's rows. The center rows are, yeah, those will be really good to start. And then this back side, I'm wondering if I want to do a row here or if I want to have like just the outer walls be chests. And I'm kind of thinking just the outer walls of like, let's do a row, oop, along here. Maybe this back section is like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe back section could be the armor and gear, weapons and stuff. The front section here can be food and ingredients. And then the left section could be all the blocks. And like, yeah, blocky type things, you know, blocks and props. Right section could be materials. So like sticks, wood, things like that, cloth, leather scraps. That actually pretty much encompasses everything in the game that I would need to store. And yeah, so I think for this backside, rather than doing a thing in the center, I think I'll just do like a wrap around of the chest and have the center be open. Like try on your new armor and stuff like that. So let's see. This works out perfectly. Oh, look at that. And then I can put same things like over here. Yeah. Oh, look at that. This is a good layout, actually. Oh, yeah, signage is just going to be so nice. Definitely. Fell down a rabbit hole and realized you didn't need a magic chest for fences or windows, right? Yeah. Yeah, didn't need them for that. Which is, yeah, and for finished meals, things like that, it's always easy to put them in a normal wood chest. So this is kind of the layout we could start with. You know, eventually these walls, I want to put chests along the sides, maybe the sides. I'm wondering if I want to do a full wraparound or just have this be like a hallway back there. Probably just a hallway for now. And then just, yeah. So this is probably essentially what would be stacked. And then eventually, you know, eventually we get some chests along the sides here of here. Just kind of block some things out for now. Oops. Accidentally rotated it all the way around. Okay. Use the newish starlight block. Yeah, the ceiling and stuff, that'll look good. Yeah, and that'll match what I did in the tavern, too. Which I think will be perfect. We got 4 more. Cool. Yeah, this looks good. So basically just stacking what we have here. At least 3 chests high. Yeah, let's do 3 chests high, because 4 chests is just nearly impossible to reach the top level unless you're jumping for every chest. So 3 chests high will give us full access to everything, and then it'll still give a roof above the chest to do like decoration on top of the chest. Of, you know, whether that's item stands with like things on them that relate to what's in that chest or stuff along those lines. I can also cut out the floor, say it's like a blocks. We could have like the floor for awesome ebony. We could have the floor for all kinds of like little squares in front of each chest of what blocks are in that chest kind of a thing too, or, you know, things like that. It'll be like a very, very crude, rudimentary version of like the storage place, you know, resource world or something. Why so many chests? Oh, you'd be surprised. There's so much stuff in Enshrouded. And I'm full endgame now. I would really love to have like long-term good organization of my stuff. And this, I'll not really run out of stuff. But yeah, go into like a Shroud Depot or Resource World. It's like, what do you guys think? Maybe like 12 times the size of what I have here in terms of the stuff they have in storage chests with how many resources there are in Enshrouded. That's why I keep saying it's like we need a search system for the inventory, you know, for crafting, because there's yeah, there's so many things we can build. It's crazy. One there. Okay. Oops. Got my blink attack on all the time. Yeah, Shroud Depot is insane. Yeah, good way of seeing what's available in total, right? Yeah, without checking that out, it's like you'd think this is way overkill, but it's not. This is like I'll fill these chests pretty... No, I wouldn't say quickly, but like this will be a good size just to like know that I've got storage kind of a thing. Yeah, which is going to be good. 500 hours in, only recently found out about Shroud Depot. Yeah, I didn't use a resource world, I'd say, till about 500 hours in at least. I didn't really know about them or use them much, you know? I've been using it more recently, and like now that I'm sort of end game and stuff, it really helps out. Just kind of takes like the slow grind out of things when it's like, all right, I've already gone through all the quests in some of the world and stuff. I'm not going to unlock anything extra by going into a resource world. It's like, as long as the recipe's unlocked and I've got it and I've made it, it's easy for me to go there and continue some of the builds and stuff. And especially for a content purpose, you know, I think it's more interesting for you guys to watch me build than it is for you to just watch me hit a tree with a pickaxe for 3 hours straight just to get some blackmire bark, right? Not that exploring and resource mining isn't fun, I just think it's a little less fun to watch maybe. I think you guys prefer the exploring of new biomes and adventure style exploring more so necessarily than just like grinding resources all day every day. Does it transfer to your own world? It does not. You kind of bring stuff back and forth to your world. You know, this is more for like stuff that I actually craft in this world. I wouldn't really be making my own resource world out of it because I don't really want to have to back up and refresh my own world constantly, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it's a weird concept. The whole save system and resource world thing is something that I feel like I can't really, you know, I haven't really come to explaining to people very well. I'm going to bring these back into my inventory, and these are going to go, I think, yeah, left for blocks and finished things. So blocks and terrain, because terrain is, you know, buildable. So yeah, blocks, terrain, and furniture. So maybe blocks and terrain in the center chests here. And then different types of furniture all along the outside chests. That's a great idea. And then to the right, this is all just going to be the resources, the stuff to build things out of. And then, yeah, the front being food. I like that. I know we're going to have these bugs where the chests just, like, stay open like that. That's what happens when you have big things. It's just always been bugged. Maybe they'll fix that with the update. I don't know. Only use it for base building and stuff. Use the gem forge. Don't use their essence or gems. Bring your own. Yeah, it's definitely convenient. Yeah. Separate the blocks from terrain. Yeah, I'll organize. Yeah. Ebony and I'll organize everything. Ebony will organize everything. I'll have each block, like, you know, or like certain types of blocks. Like, oh, let's say, like, I don't have enough to do a chest per block. There's just so many added. So I'm going to have to be like, okay, hey, these two chests are for all stone-related blocks. These chests are for all, like, wood-related blocks. Or, like, these chests are for all luminescent blocks. Kind of a thing. That's probably... And then, you know, maybe this side ends up being all terrain. And this side ends up being all blocks. Something like that. We'll see. Just add something to chest and remove it. The lid won't... Oh, the lid will close. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Yeah. Gotcha. So they just... I mean, I don't really care. Aesthetically, it's not... I'm not too worried about it down here. I'm going to go up to my tavern. I mean, the more resources I can use that I already have available to me, the better. So I'm going to go check if I have any lanterns or candles or, you know, all kinds of light sources available right now in some of the chests that I could start using. Enjoyed the progression of how organization is going to work. Right. I think that'll be the plan for now, at least. Oh, I think it's supposed to stay open if it's empty to give you that indicator that it's empty. Maybe? I think it's kind of bugged. I've seen it with full chests too. I think it's Yeah, I'm not really fully sure about that. Alright, so I do have some lanterns back in here. Yeah, all kinds of props and stuff. This is good. I think I also might have some up at the house. You just joined the depot? Yeah. Everyone wanted my reaction on stream to joining the Shroud Depot. It is insane how much there is when you see the amount of Enshrouded stuff all in one place. It's just like, holy cow. You can go nuts with it. Yeah, first three spaces, show what's in the chest. Yeah, that's an easy way to go. Alright, I'm just looking for any more lighting sources that I can take out of these. I've got this one full of stuff. Got some like torches and braziers, but okay, I think this is, yeah. So I got 5 lamps. All I need is 4 just to bring a little more light into the area, but seen the depot videos, have no clue how to use or access them. So in the Enshrouded Discord server, there's like, you know, the share your builds section chat. You can search for Shroud Depot or resource worlds and stuff and find all the info in those chat threads, or like how to join it or things like that. So yeah, walking to the Shroud Depot is a brain scramble, right? I always tell people with you know, when they're building and stuff, better builds to have like get a sense of what blocks are available to you, but pick 2 or 3 primary blocks that you're going to use throughout all the builds in that specific like village or something. You look at all real world things, it's like they use the resources that are around the area to create these builds, and it's so tempting. I think as a builder, the biggest temptation is like, I want to build to use every single block, right? It's like, oh, that could be a fun challenge for sure. But you also got to realize, like, yeah, having some kind of a theme going is just really pleasing to the eye, and, you know, kind of takes the stress out of things. Like, all right, what's going to be my and this could be a video I do eventually. If, like, all right, what do you choose for a foundation block? You know, that you'll do the basements and things with. What's going to be your, like, exterior barrier style block? What's going to be your second level block of, like, you know, whether that's a wood or the half-timbered block or something. And then what do you want for your roofs, for your roof blocks? And then you pick, yeah, 3 high, Ebony. That would be great. 3 high is kind of what I'm thinking for them eventually. But yeah, having those blocks, picking your 3 main blocks, I'd say. And then with those main blocks, you pick others that go nicely with them. For example, my foundation block is this Vuka Temple Stones for everything in the Forest Village. But then I'm like, okay, hey, what accents the Vuka Temple Stone nicely but doesn't change the color? This is really important, keeping it the same color so things don't get too distracting. The well block, right? These well blocks create this beautiful carving elven style and goes nicely along with the Vuka Temple block and still has that green tint to them. Or just don't use blocks at all, right? Do that. So yeah, I think that's kind of the, yeah, there's sort of ways to sort of create a block palette for your builds. Yeah, that's how you create a style. Yeah, limit yourself to certain materials and techniques, right? It's a challenge, kind of keeps it fun and interesting. Do plenty of different builds. I just want more flame altars, right? I want to do all kinds of different builds with different blocks and everything. And I think the limit on flame altars is always the harder part with this game. I love how they've done it, but yeah, it's different than other games where you can just keep doing build after build after build. It's like, oh, yeah, I want to do some builds in the water biome. I've got 2 altars left because I know I can delete one up here. But then it's like, all right, I'm going to have to go back and probably delete, like, my old treehouse. That's over here. I think this is going to be the next altar to go. I have world backups from all these builds, so I keep a backup, and I record like tours of them on YouTube and stuff. But yeah, like this build here is probably going to be the next one to be dismantled in favor of another build somewhere. I love this build. But it's like I'm not using it much anymore. I built it. I really like it. It was a long time ago before we really had many materials and things, and I think it'll have to go at some point. you know, the old OG Hobbit house went, stuff like that. Got to dismantle some of the altars to keep recycling them, keep creativity going, and you know, eventually as we keep learning more about the building, that's why I like the idea of having like a few end game bases that are just year-long projects to where you just don't have to, you know, you just always have something to do with it, because a level 4 flame altar has so much potential. But yeah, with the water biome, we should see another 2 altars probably, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, one west of the pillars. I do have a few over here. So I'd got one on top of the pillars of creation that I haven't built there yet with, but I'd love to do a build there. That's a cinder vault. That's it. Like, the rest of it is... I've got the one here that I'm going to dismantle. I'd love to keep one on Howling Peak. Or build something up there. You know, some fortress or something like that. I've got the mountain cabin, which is one of my favorite builds. I really want to keep that. Got the cozy forest cottage. This one is going to be recycled. So yeah, I'll have enough altars for some water biome builds initially, but eventually, I don't know. And yeah, if they keep adding more, so maybe I don't have to dismantle much. I guess we'll see. Yeah, we'll probably see more NPCs aside from the fisherman NPC, which would be like another crafting NPC. We'll probably see more just, you know, general NPCs that we can go and find as well. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get these lights down there. Give a little bit of light. Why not start another playthrough so I can just save the existing build? I could. I definitely could. It's fun though to keep one going and keep doing big builds. But yeah, I've got world files from when I have all the other builds I've done. They're all, you know, they're available in the Discord, for example, to download, stuff like that, for the members. So I've got them as kind of backups if I ever want to reference them or something. But oftentimes, you know, like, I like this build better than that other tree build, you know? I feel more proud of this forest village build because it's like, oh, there's all these new resources. I've gotten better at building since then. So it's like, yeah, in terms of a project to really show what I can do, I often don't need to keep the old ones around. You know, I think a lot of the little cozy builds are what take up the altars for me. But I love them so much too. But it's like they don't take too long to do, so. Miss Chris, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Theory the Collector has an assistant and also Barber, the barber. Yeah, both having other NPCs maybe that we could find. Right. Ooh, King could put in a flame altar that could be reignited. Someone could build a town or, yeah, with a quest or something would prevent that. Interesting. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You know, I think with their current engine system, it would be really hard. You know, having to save all of the stuff that happens in every flame altar would be pretty laggy on not, you know, on lower end PCs and stuff, which I think they're trying to avoid as much as possible. And I think that's, yeah, it's always going to be a challenge. They could change their engine around to be a little more compatible with it. That's always possible. But I don't know if they'll do that or what they're able to do. And yeah, I think there's even already a mod where you can add flame altars or like remove the limit or something. That like the Builder's Companion one where it just lets you like hack the entire game apart. I think you can. Yeah, keeping old ones will show you growth for new buildings. Yeah, I mean, that's why I always keep a world file of my old ones. I can always go back and refresh and look at them again. And yeah, having them on YouTube too is like, oh, look at an old video of building it, because I do all my build videos of when I'm doing them. Hey, Cassian, welcome in. So now we got a little more light down here, which is good. I think these are great placements for the torches and stuff. Oh yeah, it'd be cool to have lights that light up when you're in the proximity of them. Oh yeah, that'd be so cool. Similar like all those sensors and stuff we can build with like Minecraft. When you walk up near them and stuff, the lights go on or they turn off in the day and turn on at night. That is something I like about Minecraft. All like the automation we can do with it, with the redstone, the whole concept of like electricity with Minecraft. It's so cool. It'd be neat to see like a little bit of that in this game someday. Even just some gears to go on like a windmill or water wheel to run certain things, or you know, be kind of neat. Like the stone cutters, separate out the stone stuff from the carpenter. Yeah, that'd be cool. Another NPC sorts. Be able to do some of that. Yeah. Shroud Depot's out of magic crates. Materials and make magic crates resets in 30. Okay, Ebony, I can, when you're done placing those, just, you know, give me a thumbs up or something, and I'll go grab the rest of them out of my resource world. And then that should be enough to just at least start organizing a whole bunch. I mean, we have more than enough for everything I already have here, which is good, but grew to love this game so much. Just finished building, oh, like a barbecue feast area, so cozy. Oh, awesome. That sounds great. Yeah, it's so much fun for that kind of thing. Yeah, this is perfect. I think 3 high is the magic number there. You can get to everything. All right. I'll go ahead and grab some. I'll open the world back up again. I'll just empty out what I've got, and then that'll be good for now. We can start organizing. Oh, usable boat. You can sail and fish in the open ocean like Valheim. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't sound like they're gonna have a boat with the water biome. They have those boats that are like on the shores with the deadly shroud, but apparently something, you know, with the physics, the way it was all working and stuff, they just weren't ready to implement it with this update. At least that's what I heard last. So, but it's possible that they add it eventually. I think a lot of people will want one eventually, and I think it'll be something they work on. But yeah, it all kind of depends. Okay, so those are all good. Get these magic chests. Wasn't sure if I had any more. I'll just go ahead and pick this one up too. That one's all normal chests. Which I guess I could make into magic chests. Oh, that's all like the different type of chest. Okay, what about... Yeah, what about making some chests? I don't know if I've got some. I'll just fill my inventory here to craft the magic chests. The Shroud Depot might have stuff to craft them, Ebony. I don't know, unless you used up all the crafting ones too. Oh, I need a bunch of huge chests in my inventory for that, so let me go grab those. Or maybe it would pull those from the inventory, but no. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, having some mounts or something would be nice too. Yeah, I wonder if they'll ever do that with this game. I'll use all the materials to craft them as well. Everyone logging on is probably like, what's going on? Where's all the magic stuff? Man, this carpenter. This carpenter, a little pesky. Here's the summoning staff. Come on out here, buddy. So I can craft. Oh, not the tanning rack. I feel like I want to be able to open things that I'm pointing at, you know? Be nice. Okay. Coming in with a full inventory, and that's pretty much this world drained as well. Oh, Depot ran out of mint mushroom too. Depleting all the resources. Okay, I'm launching it back up again. Deleting chests from spots made it easier considering the incoming patch. Yeah. I think this is, I mean, wouldn't you guys agree? Probably in my case, you know, I've got a lot of the endgame stuff. I've completed a lot of the quests. I've got weapons I really like, things like that. I think I'll craft more food. But as far as like the biggest thing to prepare, I think a storage room is like this is gonna be the push for me to get a storage room built, you know? I think this is good. This is gonna be very helpful. Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and just use mine on here. And okay. Everyone expect we'd be seeing Viking raids on stream today. Oh, yep. The Valheim aspect of Enshrouded. Raiding the resource worlds. All the different buttons and menus to use this game versus others. Okay, there we go. I still don't get how people do, like, builds with controller. I know a lot of people do. Crimson does. He's on controller and stuff. I'd get used to it, I feel like, but it's just, like... That's the kind of thing that, like, would be challenging. I'm so used to other stuff. Make a dump spot with the Muggle chest. You bring stuff over. Start sorting whichever part. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, oh, perfect. So this wall right here is I can just start dumping things. Cool, dump spots in the wall. Cool. Those will be dump chests. Sounds great. I'm gonna stack this last row of the magic chest here, and then start just getting a whole bunch of things to come over there and do that. You can do it with controller and mouse and PC. That's awesome, yeah. I just feel like it's like, yeah, controller, you can't just like boop, 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 boop. You know, like it's just so easy with all these like keyboard shortcuts. It's like I get used to those and makes things go so fast. But the thing I really like controller because, especially for some games, like you sit back and you have that couch, like just the cozy vibe of like not having to be like up in the mouse and keyboard. Just sit back with a controller. It's really nice. Not that hard? Okay. Just something I'd have to get used to then, I think. Because I haven't played it for a whole lot of games. Love it for like co-op games and stuff. Update is going to make resource worlds unusable, right? I don't think so, Kate. I think what's going to happen is mostly when they talk about the chest regen. So it might be a thing with the refresh rate, but I don't know if that'll be just world chest or your inventory, like, world chest as well. Because if the resource world is physically resetting, I don't think it's going to affect it at all, actually. I think really when they're talking about the whole chest thing, I think what they really mean is, like, the chests you find around the world, rather than randomly generating loot each time, they're going to have a specific type of loot that's, like, lower level to that biome, instead of just legendary chests in, like, a level 2 biome or something. And so those will regenerate every 30 minutes or whatever, rather than every time you log on to the world. So it'll save the current state of those. But with the chests in a resource world, it's not logging onto the world. That's like those don't refresh even now. How those refresh is refreshing the entire world from a backup, which that shouldn't change at all. So yeah, resource worlds actually shouldn't be affected by this if everything is how I'm thinking it's going to be. Okay. There we go. Guess I've got an extra little chest here I could put somewhere. Yeah, okay. Alright, Ebony, I'm gonna start. I've got, well, not many things yet, but I'll start putting some stuff in here. So, basically, I think you probably heard me saying, like, this front section here is gonna be all food, ingredients-wise. Anything herbs, anything that could be used for cooking. It makes sense for cooking. And then as you enter, off to the left is blocks and terrain. And then off to the right is everything material-wise, sticks, cloth, leather scraps, all that stuff. Anything that's not like blocks or terrain or stuff. And then the outer walls, actually, maybe these would be good in the next 30 minutes once the chests refresh again. The outer chests of the left here can all be furniture-related things. You know, torches, buildables, stuff like that. The whole backside is going to be armor, weapons, maybe even some finished food and potions and stuff like that, I guess. But yeah, get kind of the spiel, I guess. Yeah, resource worlds will have harder time collecting items. This is true. So, I mean, now that there already are resource worlds, though, people are just going to make resource worlds off of the resource worlds. You know, you just collect it from the resource world and then bring it on over. So, yeah. Yeah, basically it's like it's a mod, a way that they just reset the server of like the last backup every now and then. Just fast copy the loot and yeah, save refreshes it to the last backup. So, yeah, that's exactly how it works pretty much. Okay, I'm going to start filling up a bunch of inventory with things. Oh, this is going to be so good. I'm so excited. Alright, so starting out, I guess, yeah, I'll bring some stuff from the tavern down. Maybe all the blocks and things that are, like, clogging up the closet in here. I'll start with those. Alright. There we go. That'll be a good amount for now. Where's everyone at in the chat in terms of prep for the water biome? You guys have any other builds or things you want to get started on even or whatever now that we have another few weeks before it's coming out? Or is you know, I think for the most part, yeah, probably a lot of us are very ready, but just looking for all kinds of little things to do to wait, make it fun. All right, here is a bunch of blocks and terrain stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this chest with all of these. There we go. Second chest in from the top is full of blocks and terrain. I'll go get more blocks and terrain, actually. May as well. We got plenty of space for those right now. Finally got rid of all the ice, such a pain to do. Nice, nice, yeah. I'll still have to, yeah, that's going to be a bit of a pain for all the little bits and stuff I have here, but the waterfall's gone. That one's ready for water. Just started playing the game 2 weeks ago. Oh, amazing time to start. Start from the beginning when the update launches, but you definitely could if you want. The amazing thing about Enshrouded is everything within a flame altar saves. This is the same world I've had for 2 years worth of updates. Same world I've had. Nothing wrong with it. I get 100% of the content for every new update. And I love that about their system. It's the only game I'm able to keep like that and not have to start a new playthrough every time. Because especially for things like Valheim and stuff, I'm waiting for it to be finished full 1.0 before I start another playthrough. But yeah, you don't have to if you don't want to. Oh wait, I can like G... What does G do? Oh. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I got... This is my downfall. I suck at organizing, feeding the animals. I didn't know I could just hit G and it sorts everything. Oh man, that's nice. And R. Oh, didn't want that. Oops. No, I didn't want that. Okay. Okay, I'm still learning. I feel like I've done that before though. That was kind of just dumb. Okay. Put all this stuff on the... I feel like I like it all on this side though. All my rings and other stuff over here. Take advantage of the chest exploit before they nerf it. Definitely could. That's a good thing to do. Want that to go in here, and same thing with like axe. Yeah, things that don't need to be in the block chests. There we go. Okay, and then just bring a whole bunch of other. Oh, move character. Oh, storage. Shift left mouse. Oh yeah, because okay, I'm doing everything right here so far. Have a plot save or a koi pond at the waterfall. Ooh, nice, at the Blue Goblet. Sounds great. You know, it's really interesting because, oh, F will put everything over from the chest into your inventory. Gotcha, okay. Hey, Christy, welcome back. All right, Ebony, here's a bunch more, I guess I just want, yeah, I don't want to put everything from my inventory over into the chest. I just want to, actually, maybe that would be helpful for me to, get rid of the stuff in my inventory currently into a dump chest. Hang on. Maybe I'll do it in, oh, actually, here's, even more terrain and blocks. Move all this over. Okay. Yeah, shortcuts are amazing. They really are. Got that stuff over. I know I had stuff over here. Yeah, this is a mess. Ooh, hey, I have more huge magic chests over here. Go ahead and bring these down. Definitely, I'll use those. All right, all this stuff, blocks. Yeah, this is good to get taken care of. Oh, I'd even have more lanterns in here too. That's good. Holding the shift will oh, marry the stacks. Yeah, that has been nice. All right, let's put all these in here. Yeah, the Minecraft up. I think what I was saying before is that it's got the copper golem, the later update that they did, where you put all your stuff into a dump chest and then the copper golem goes and sorts it all for you. I really love that. That update is so nice. Yeah, you could build an automatic sorting system in Minecraft previously, but I don't know, it's kind of fun. The little copper golem update. Alright, I'm gonna go put, let's see, this bottom chest is empty. I'm gonna empty out this top chest with, yeah, with like furniture. Oh, and food, I guess. There's a pumpkin in here. So these things can go in the furniture chest, and then my inventory stuff is going in here. So I'm gonna put, let's see, let's bring back this. And have my axe in here. Yeah, that maybe. And the decay tool, sure. All right, and I'll put up all my stuff that I don't want in quick transfer just over here. Oops. That, I think that's, yeah, that's everything, because it only affects the top stuff in your inventory, right? Like, I don't think, yeah, I don't think the quick transfers do things, do they? Like, yeah, so like if I click this chest and then hit R. Ooh. R? Oh. Yeah. Just puts the stuff from this part of my inventory. I like that, so I don't have to worry about all this, like... Right, and then, oh, and then F, and then Shift. Oh, I see, right. Cool. So I can just do that quick. So, okay, so that top left is going to be starting, like, for furniture things. I'm going to go pick up a bunch more blocks and terrain. That's, like, the best thing to start getting sorted. Shortcuts are usually longer than the actual path. Let's see. Oh, this is, I have so much in here. This is crazy. And vines and foliage and stuff, that can all just be in like the terrain as well, because it's, you know, it's buildable stuff for terrain. I have so much in here. This is going to be so nice to just know where it all is. Why am I doing this again, though? F. Like, learning the shortcuts is, like, not enough, but, anyway. Hey! Arakai, welcome in. Poor Ebony has to clean up after Chisel. So this is just Ebony likes this? Ebony's really good at this? Chisel doesn't? And so it works perfectly, you know? R, there we go. Full again. Ebony's the copper golem. Having way too much fun. Yeah, see? No, I appreciate it. It's awesome to have you on to do it. Very fun. Where to find the ring you mentioned in the video. Yeah, Ring of the Burning Light. So, yeah, in the video, I'd mentioned possibly in the Nomad Highlands. I know some people have seen it in the Nomad Highlands Hollow Halls. A bunch of people in my Discord, though, after that video said they've been finding it in the Nomad Highlands Ancient Spire. So go up the Ancient Spire and check all the chests and stuff as well. Because, yeah, a bunch of people have found it in there. And yeah, in general, those biomes, you know, I don't think you're going to have much luck finding it in, like, the Meadows biome, for example. I think, yeah, having to look more in the endgame areas, past Nomad Highlands and stuff. But, yeah, check the Nomad Highlands Spire. Because, yeah, it's a little tricky to find. Oh, man. So these are all resources. This isn't from Resource Worlds at all. These are all ones that I've farmed throughout my playthrough. All the stuff you see in here. Yeah, I've got a lot. It's true, though. These chests are all remain open. Because, they're empty. I think, yeah. I think that's how it's, like, supposed to be. It just bugs out a little bit. But yeah, you're right. I never really noticed that fully. Yeah, you find them in the gold chests in Nomad Highlands for sure. Yeah, they do have to be, like, in a legendary chest, I think, for those ones. Yes. Alright, terrain. There's some more. Yeah, this is kind of fun, actually. This is making resource sorting and stuff very enjoyable for me. Just running back and forth, like, it's very satisfying now to finally see things be in one place. I don't have to go to the barn, the treehouse, the tavern, and the basement, all to just try to find what I need. This is so nice. Oh, man. Okay. Get this one here. And I did this the whole time last time, too. I'll learn it someday, you guys. I'll learn it someday, how to use the keyboard shortcuts. Ebony probably knew that all along. Probably just laughing in the basement, like, what? When's Chisel coming back with the inventory run? Taking forever up there. Okay. I'll get used to it. So on that Discord, yeah. MG drop you found in gold chest, or the pillar. Yeah, with pillars of creation there. And by the way, if, you know, for those of you who tuned in for a while on the stream now, any update? How do you like the mic that I'm trying out today? Does it sound better in general than previous streams? You like the sound of it still? After listening to it for like a long time, does it sound harsh in any way or different that you'd want to see from a mic? I know it's all very subjective, but I appreciate the feedback because obviously you guys are my listeners. So, you know, I'll have things that I like the sound of and other stuff like that. But Crispy sounds crystal clear to you. Sound seems richer. Yeah, Christy. So this is a dynamic mic. This is the SM7B. My old mic was a condenser, so this one is great for vocals, but it's very, it's a little thin sounding and very, like a little harsh sometimes for streams. It's more of a vocal mic and instruments, you know, for music, where you need like a perfectly quiet room and it's going to pick up every detail in your voice. But for streams and stuff, you don't actually really want that sometimes. It's like it's too much detail. And so I've been trying out, yeah, some new mics and stuff. This is one of my top picks, and I've got another top pick and stuff. But yeah, it's good to hear. You guys like it. I'll have to listen to the replay of the stream a little bit too and see. Not a great person to ask about audio. Hey, no worries. You know, I appreciate like everyone's feedback, you know. Yeah. Because it's all about, it is all subjective. Certain people might like one or the other things. It's mostly just about finding like, what do you guys all in general seem to like? And yeah, does it make sense with my voice or things like that, I guess is some of it. I've got some food down here. I could feed my animals if I wanted to. Always been clear to you? Yeah, yeah. So I've tried, because I do know, like, yeah, long listening sessions and stuff. I feel like audio is one of those things that, like, people don't really think of, but it's like subconsciously there. Of like better audio is like, yeah, you guys will want to listen to that rather than not. And so I think I've really tried, and because I do a lot of audio and music, I've gotten this mic, which I paid $150 for this mic that I've used for 4+ years on the channel. And I've gotten it to sound pretty good for $150. You know, and just now I'm like, yeah, you know, maybe it's time I could upgrade something. Get something that just like really fits my voice after I, you know, have done YouTube for a while now, kind of know what I want. Know that like that other $150 mic's gonna pick up the dog barking and the leaf blower next door. This mic is not, for example, which is nice. But yeah, I try to get whatever mic I'm using to sound as good as I can. But people will click off if they can't see everything clearly, will leave, and they can't hear. Yeah, exactly. I think that's kind of the that's kind of the consensus. Like, people will, and especially for streams and stuff, it's like you have it on in the background or something. Might not always be watching, and but audio, I feel like, is one of those things. I tell people, it's like if they have the budget for a $100 or $200 mic, do it. You know, no questions asked. The difference in sound from like a $50 mic to a $100 or $200 mic is huge. You'll get the exact same sound I got out of this thing for 4 years. It's great. This mic I'm testing right now is $580. It's a lot more. And do I think it sounds $580, you know, dollars like better than something really budget? Not really. Beyond $100 or $200, it's minimal differences. It's more about, oh, what sounds pleasant for long periods of listening? What, you always like the dog barking? All right, fine. I'll go back to my old mic just so you can hear the dog barking all the time. Yeah, there'll be nostalgia for you guys who've like heard my voice on that other mic for so long. But yeah, I appreciate the feedback. This is you know, definitely. Yeah, I just want to kind of try some things, getting ready for things I might want to buy for like Black Friday and stuff to help the channel out and stuff. And so yeah, get new mic, new interface, new headphones so I can be more comfortable on long streams. These things are like sports headphones. They clamp my head like really tight. I don't like it.
Hello.
Yeah, I usually don't listen to streams for hours. That's probably why. Yeah. This has been easy. I'm glad to hear. Just picked a new Razer Kraken Kitty V2 Pro headset to start out with. Probably get a better mic later. Nice, Ebony, yeah. I think that maybe that's the same one Crimson has. I'm not sure. Yeah, Crimson had one, and he likes it. Yeah, I rarely notice the difference in audio stuff. Speaker is half broken. Bluetooth speaker, loud sham. Yeah, it's true. You know, you listen on like earbuds or something. The two mics I've used are not going to sound any different, really. It's yeah. Oh crap! I did the thing. Okay. I can put this all back in my hotbar by using the controls, so it purposely goes there. And then, what was it? FF, right. Okay. Yeah, a whole app for the RGB stuff, so you're procrastinating. Yeah, right. Oh, I feel you. Fallen asleep to your vids. Have already watched numerous times. The audio's good. This mic is so much better. Oh, I'm glad to hear. Yeah, I think this mic, the big reason I wanted to try this one is that it's a darker sound, but still bright enough to where you can hear what I'm saying. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I hope you guys can hear what I'm saying. It's not like too dark to where it's like too muffled sounding, because there's also like you can also get pretty muffled with certain mics. So it's like bright enough, but dark enough to where it's like more soothing to listen to for longer periods of time. Not quite as harsh with the SE sounds and things like that, which I was kind of going for. My other mic picks up every detail, which, like I said, is a good thing for music and stuff. But for long streaming sessions, it can be too much almost. It's like, oh, crazy crystal clear detail. That's great, but it's a little too much sometimes. I feel like slightly more clear than the other mic, but like in a good way, more like interesting. So yeah, that's good to hear. I'll have to watch it back. All right, Ebony, here you go. Oh, what do I do? R to just the top things in the inventory. Okay. There's some more blocks and terrain. Gotta go for tonight. No worries. Thank you so much for stopping by. And yeah, still Saber. Ebony's on to help me sort the chests. Well, that's good. I'm glad you guys like this one. This is a cozy mic, yeah. It's kind of what I was going for a little bit. A little bit of that. It's probably almost been 30 minutes, too, in terms of the resources resetting. I'm going to go ahead and keep bringing a little bit of furniture down from the tavern just so I can empty this out, and then the food thing will be that's all the terrain and blocks, I think, actually. So that's good to get those all out of the way. Let's just do F for these. This is all, yeah, all furniture stuff. Cool. All the rest of this is empty. Ooh, wait. I had something. Oh, there is more terrain and or other stuff here. Okay. I'll have to come back for some of that. Oh, yeah. Metal scraps. Okay. Yeah, for the mic stuff, the two that it's between for me are right now is this mic, and then a mic that's a bit in between these two mics, where it's like, it's a condenser, like my first mic, but it's more of a background rejecting condenser, so it's like got a bit of that like more proximity sound, you know, and a little bit more rejecting the background noise and some of the detail, but it's very detailed, you know, it's a great mic for, you know, those like voiceovers, audiobooks, commercials, that kind of a thing. But I think this mic might be the winner in terms of just being pleasant for long periods of listening. We'll see. There we go. This is all furniture dump. I have anything over in here? Those are empty. Okay. What about in here? I don't think I put anything back here. Yeah. Okay. So a few more runs from the tavern. Do we have enough room down there, Ebony, for furniture stuff? Should I keep doing that, or let me know if we should switch to food, if that's what we have the room for? Because I know those, like the furniture being on the outer walls, I think there's only like 4 chests to work for that right now. And yeah, I guess things like metal scraps, ingots, all of that can just be for... there's lots of room? Okay. That can all go in like the building section. It's hard to sort things like lapis, like what do you guys do for things like this? You know, lapis lazuli, you know, I think clay is kind of terrain material, but then again, you can't really build with... No, it's always hard to say. I feel like maybe the terrain materials because you mine them, you know, but it's always hard to figure out where those would go.
Hi.
Yeah, exactly. I sing as well, so that's why all my first gear has been for vocals primarily, and not YouTube. And I've used it for YouTube. But this mic would be more just specifically for talking stuff. Not as good for vocals. It's great for vocals, but because of that darker sound and stuff, it doesn't pick up as much detail when you're editing vocals. But when you're recording vocals, you're in a very perfectly quiet environment. You have many takes that you can do to get the perfect vocal take. So that's why it's okay to pick up all that detail, right? But like when you're doing long videos and stuff, it's like, oh, the leaf blower turns on. You can't like just do another take and stuff like that. Yeah, plenty of room. We'll see. Do a mineable. Oh yeah, a mineables by biome or something. Yeah, in some chests. By labels on them. Okay. Terrain icon crafting, something like that. Okay, maybe that'll work. So yeah, I think these chests on the outside. For some of the we have in here. Oh, you're doing furniture on this side. Okay, that works. For that. So that's all. That can all be furniture. Because eventually, yeah, furniture and decor when we have the chests along the outside walls, and then, oh yeah, and well, I guess, oh yeah, we've got plenty of room then if this has all been blocks and terrain for those chests. Yeah, that works then. Okay, or just kind of divided into halves where like this side and this whole wall could be furniture, and this side and this wall could be blocks and terrain eventually, or something like that. Hey Sue, welcome in. This is a storage room that I'm doing off the forest village in the Hobbit hole. To get ready for the water biome, we need to sort storage, gotta get food ready, all kinds of stuff like that. So anything that'll help me with that. Yeah, I can sing for you one day, like a singing builder. Here, let me in the meantime, let me go and my voice gets pretty dead after long streams. I get very like higher pitched, if you can tell. I'm gonna send you a link. I'll send you guys a link to my other channel. Okay, I think that link right there will take you to my personal channel, which is where I have a lot of my projects and some of my music. I haven't recorded much of it. Some of my music is on there. So you can check it out if you'd like to. Alright, so this is good. Did I have what I have in here? Alright, I'm doing another dump. I'm not sure these might go on the other side, Ebony. This is like, ingots, crafting. There's the lapis and lump of clay. Maybe that, again, goes into the terrain, but in just a different chest or something. Not quite sure. But I'll go back and keep filling up on that stuff. And if we've got plenty of room for furniture, I'll just keep bringing that down. Empty out the tavern, I may as well. Ideally in a build, you have the storage room about where the flame altar is. It's like, oh, you can come back from an adventure and easily deposit your stuff. But my flame altar's up in the tree to give me the most verticality and room as possible. Yeah, I could hollow out the top of the tree a bit for some storage, but I think in this case it makes sense to do the storage underground there, access it from anywhere, and have plenty of room for expanding it. And because it's lower elevation than the tree, that makes it really easy to get down to anytime.
Hey.
Yeah, thanks, Lisa. Yeah, that channel I haven't posted on a whole lot, but I plan to do more on it eventually. That's the channel that I hope to do more like tutorial style content on. Updated videos for OBS, growing on YouTube, audio, lighting, anything like creativity to help creators grow. Things along those lines. So that's the plan. Pretty good. And that channel I started a while before this gaming channel. but I've been very sporadic on it, you know. I'll post sometimes, not other times. It's been just kind of anything. So it's got a very divided audience at the moment. And so eventually I'll kind of revive it a bit, I'm hoping. Are there? Okay, that stuff's deposited. Go get a whole bunch more. Have to check out your videos. Is your need for a carpenter house workshop? Heck yeah. Heck yeah, I just did. This was the latest build video on the channel for the little carpenter. And I think it turned out really well. It's very similar to that starter house that I showed you guys. Just the very nice version of it, but I like it. It's got a little outdoor, sort of outdoor-indoor shop thing going on here. A little bit of hangout area. Got the full build for this one on the channel now, so it's nice to have it done. There's a little bedroom, bathroom upstairs. Very simple. Definitely works. Does the trick. Yeah, this feels really good to get all this stuff sorted. Got all these ones just to verify they're all empty. Okay, closet is done. Yay. It's just these guys. Oh, okay, I've got some armor and shields, and yeah, some of these next few dumps, Ebony, might be a little bit scattered. Some other things are mixed in with them. Hey, small cleric. Actually, we are working on something new, in fact, today. I destroyed the waterfall to sort of get ready for some water, but I'm building a big storage room on the back of the Hobbit hole to finally sort out things, and Ebony is on helping sort everything. So this is all new from today's stream. And use the resource world to grab some magic chests, and now I'm just bringing all of my random clutter down here. And yeah, to have it sorted and stuff. It's just so nice. Yeah, this was the little Hobbit house for the farmer. Paths and stairs make you dizzy. Yeah. I know. Going up and down them all the time. I apologize for that. It's going to be a little bit, as I go back and forth to the tavern. Yeah. I like the layout in general, but this is partly why I just want all the storage in that spot so that I don't have to keep doing this. Like in the playthroughs and stuff. Like, oh, where did I put this thing? I know it's all just down there. Yeah, sorry about that. It'll be a little bit of dizziness here until this part is emptied. Because it's always different when other people watch it. It's like when I'm controlling it, it's like because my brain and my like I know where it's going and stuff. I know it can make people dizzy watching it sometimes. All right, this stuff is almost emptied. That one's empty. This one here. Gonna put all that stuff in the way. Chest, that one's empty. Okay, we just got one more after this. Hey, that's an easy way to get down. A little less dizzy. Just fly down at least. Thanks, small cleric. Yeah, I think it's turning out pretty good. I have the flexibility for a lot of stuff here, which I really like. Okay, more furniture for that run. K-Style TV, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. What am I doing to get ready for the water biome update? Right now, building a storage room. Big storage room to store all my inventory. Otherwise, I've got a lot of good weapons and stuff. We'll be getting new food. I destroyed an ice waterfall over here. Because, yeah, I want the real water to be in here. So sort of planning out how I want all of that to work. And, yeah, for the most part, kind of some simple stuff, but just being ready a bit. Being ready a bit for when it drops. Do I have a tutorial for the tavern start to finish? I do not. I have all the streams for the tavern, though, in the Forest Village playlist in order there. So you can check them out if you want to watch the streams. It is a really big build, though. A tutorial, especially if it's like a step-by-step sort of a thing, would be like a 12-hour-long video. It's a big build, which is kind of why I decided to do it on streams. Eventually, maybe, you know, maybe if we get like creative mode or film tools to help me like do better time-lapse stuff for things with Enshrouded, I'd consider like, you know, breaking it down step by step and doing something like that. But yeah, I'll do like a full tour video on the channel soon as like a single video. But yeah, this one's a big one. So it felt like a fun project to do as like a live series in this case. I'm gonna switch all the ice to water, gonna destroy it where I want the water and put the water there. I'm gonna wait till the water comes out for most of that. But yeah, essentially, that's what's gonna end up happening. Yeah, you can slow down the video, and in most of my builds and stuff, just for reference, if I do tour videos and not step-by-step stuff, I usually try to do the foundations with these, you know, like, they're snapped from blueprints. I don't build things, like, block by block as much. Okay, Stell TV, thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate it. Welcome in, everyone. So yeah, when you see something, it's like, oh, it'll often be a certain amount of these floor pieces wide. I tend to work in groups of, like, you know, often even numbers. Stuff like that. So if you see things, you know, it's like, oh, there's a hallway here. It's pretty safe to assume that's going to be 8 blocks wide. Because I do try to use these blueprints to sort of speed up the process of things. And when you look at tour videos and stuff that I do, I usually will have my floor plans laid out in that way. But, hey, Mills, welcome in. I'm definitely having a lot of fun. It's been good to do a little bit of prep work. Very excited for the update. Hope you're doing well as well. Yeah, this place looks so cool at night. It's going to look awesome with water. There's a little cyclops off there in the garden. Love that thing. Alright, there's a furniture here. There we go. Jumanji, welcome in. When's the update? November 10th now. November 10th. Got a little bit delayed, but now we know an exact day. And very exciting. Yeah, welcome in, Raiders. Appreciate you. Alright, so that's the upstairs of the tower. Now I just have a few lower chests, and then we'll be done doing this dizzy, windy path from up to down. And it'll just be a matter of the food situation from the treehouse, which will be a little easier to manage. Be good. Check out the community build showcase vids, by the way. When's part 3 coming? Yeah, we'll get a part 3 out at some point. Keep sharing stuff if you guys have builds in the Discord, and mention when you share your builds in like the share your builds tab in my Discord server. Just mention like, oh, if it's done, if you want it on a tour and stuff, and like I'm happy to sort of start gathering a few. I'll usually have like a couple of builds that people want on a build video showcase, which is kind of what I did last time, and like, all right, so I've got something to do this stream around, and then if we have time, you know, I'll take some random people at the end. So yeah, keep sharing stuff that you might want to showcase. Hi. And I'd love that. And then I know, yeah, Mills, if you're still in Twitch chat, I know you'd mentioned at one point doing like a collab stream or something, checking out some builds. That could be fun. Alright, yeah, everything there is empty, so just a couple lower chests, and that'll be the tavern all sorted. Get those ones, that one's empty. Okay, this is great. Open this. This is all finished food. So I'll keep that in the tavern for now, knowing that that's What about this? That's all clutter again, so I can put some of that in. Alright. Awesome, yeah, feel free to post it, and I'd love to check it out at some point. And if anyone's not in the Discord already, just exclamation Discord in the chat, pull up a link for that if you want to join. We just passed 1,000 members a few weeks ago, so very exciting. Great little community for, yeah, sharing, chatting about games, all kinds of stuff. Alright, I think one more trip to the tavern, and that's gonna be emptied. This is so much stuff I've just had, like, everywhere. Awesome, Chris. Wonder if I could kind of just, yeah, bypass this a little bit. Probably a little faster. How do you guys like the, I know some of you commented on the video from yesterday. What do you think of the changes that are being made when it comes to all the quality of life stuff with the next update? You know, some of you mentioned that the chest thing possibly causing some issues depending, but, you know, what do you think of the slower regen times? All the new weapon overhauls, having them actually do, you know, certain types of damage, stuff like that. Yeah. So I think they announced a lot. They really dropped a lot of info yesterday. Alright, let's put that in my inventory. Let's open this. I want the plates to be in. This is all just food though, so ooh, nice. Anything else that I need to bring over? I think that's good. That's all food and potions, which eventually will be down there, but no. Do this here. Looking forward to the changes, yeah. Good and not so good, yeah. I think ultimately we'll have to see how it feels, you know, when they come out with it, and then start the feedback threads if there's any. Excited for all the extras they decided to do. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it all turns out, I guess. Are they adding auto sorting? I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm really hoping for signs. You know, it is on their roadmap eventually. I'm hoping that it's in this update. And then, you know, maybe the sorting stuff could be cool. That's not on their roadmap though, but maybe get it at some point. For food and weapon choices to start mattering more, yeah, I think that ultimately that'll be a lot of fun for a lot of people. Yeah. Like, might annoy some people. I feel like it needs to happen if the devs never intend. Yeah. For us to farm that way, exactly. I think it'll be better in the long run. And like I said, you know, there's always the difficulty sliders to change at any time, which is always good. And yeah, not having to repair your weapon every 10 seconds will be nice. Yep. That definitely will. Yeah, not fun on the health, stamina and mana changes, waiting to see it in action, right? And to see if they even, yeah, if they add a slider for that, which I'm hoping that they do, in the world settings to kind of manage a bit. Yeah. Yeah, the only time you ate food is in the mountain biome because of the frost. Looking forward to crafting more food, being more relevant with that, yeah. Yeah. And yeah, Chris, being able to auto-sort inside the chest a little bit. A little bit as I'm learning to try to do today. Let's see. Get some stuff out of the treehouse now. Yeah, I think Crimson will probably enjoy the update with some of the combat stuff. I think that'll be nice. Let's get all of this here, fill the chests, and just gotta check through them, be extra sure I don't have a dog or a cat in them. Ebony's probably gonna spawn it in and feed it. Should be done with column instead of rows so you can see more items. Yeah, you look at the chest at the front. That is true. That is true. There's a bunch of stuff. Yeah, and I think a big thing that needs to happen for the update with all the stuff they're adding, and considering they're adding the ability to craft all the weapons from the lore quests, they're gonna need a search system, you know, on the NPCs, where I could have like a little search bar at the top. I get that they have these categories, but I guess, you know, these categories are pretty good. They might just expand to the categories a bit, and, you know, maybe refine them a little bit more, because eventually, yeah, we just have so much stuff. It's kind of crazy. Focus has swapped to building, hoping to hear that they'd increase altar count. Yeah, they probably will be adding another 2 altars around that, if it's like the mountain biome update. That would be my guess. I think eventually maybe they'll work their way up to 16 altars. That would be kind of nice, you know, one for each player if you had a server or something like that. But, yeah. Also, like, using mannequins as fake NPCs in your towns. Really wanted some different postures, like sitting. Ooh, yeah, definitely. That'd be cool. Need the combat update, the weapon upgrades, R+, hopefully integrates. Yeah. Should be good. Should be good for the long run. More tables there. And more there. Okay. This is crazy. We have our own mini... But it's so great to have this all sorted, and I'll get all the food over and everything. Okay. Need the head-only wig stand to be able to put hats on it. Oh yeah, Christy, that'd be cool. Got that stuff, and I guess this stuff, for now anyway. I guess flower pots I'll keep with the clay there. I'm just gonna get, yeah, all the furniture out of here. Make sure it's out of all the other places. Trophies have been in there. Okay. So that's the main stuff there. Now I want to bring these, yeah. I want to get all this food down there. Because I always end up, heck yeah, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Galhendriel, welcome in. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good old little hobbit hole. Heck yeah. Ooh, level holder for the map. The dragon. Oh, yeah. No worries, Chris. Thanks for stopping by. Watch some of the YouTube videos. Is it the first time to catch you live? Well, welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, welcome everyone. Oh yeah, ring display. I have so many. Yeah, that'd be cool. We do end up with lots of those, don't we? Definitely. Okay. Alright, put it in the chest. Alright, so there's now things are switching to food. The reason I want food down here, so it does make sense for food stuff to be in the kitchen. But the reason I want it to be down here is because I craft the food at the farmer, for the most part. And the stuff in the kitchen up there isn't in magic chests. And so, yeah, it'd be really nice to have it down there in magic chest to be able to pull from the inventory. Lady Lily, first time catching me live as well. Well, welcome in. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Let's get I think, yeah, this stuff will eventually make its way down there, but for now it's doing okay there. At least I know where some of it is, and it's in magic chests. A new Eternal Arrow would be awesome. Ooh, yeah. If they're adding kind of some tweaks for the mages and stuff early game, that'd be something they could probably do. Alright, here we go. Typical mythical, welcome in, yeah. Water update. Coming in... What is it, like, exactly from now? October 24th. Yeah. October 41st. Alright, let me go ahead and fill this one. I love that each of, like, I love that the best backpack is exactly the size of the magic chests, or all the huge chests. And they updated that with the better backpack as well, because the last update they updated the backpack to have an extra slot of inventory on it. 32 slots now, instead of 24, I think. So they updated the chests as well, and I love that they're the perfect size to fit everything from your inventory into one chest. It just makes it so convenient to know that that's kind of the case. I love that. Keep going up here. I can just fast travel. Keep doing that. Resources. Ready to stockpiled. It's a great area and concept application. Yeah, be good. Andrew, thanks for the membership. Welcome in. Appreciate you joining. I think colors go in the things down there. I think, yeah, I think just food for now. Keep getting that. We've got up here this one. And do I have them up here? That's all like finished stuff, so I don't need those for resources. Okay. I think this is good. I would love it if like some more crafting stations could pull from chests too as well. I mean, well, actually that's just an end game thing. I think early game me wouldn't really care about that much. But end game could be nice to, I don't know, or something related on your level of like, oh, hey, when you hit level 35, or with the water biome, when you hit level 45, let you, like, just craft whatever seeds you want. Because, like, you can browse all the recipes, but I want it to, like, because you can already browse the recipes, like, it'd be cool if, like, seed beds or things pulled from some crafting chests, things along those lines, but... Yeah, of course, Andrew. Thanks for joining. Always love survival games and stuff like this, so I'll be doing lots of them for sure. Do another Valheim playthrough when Deep North comes out. Of course, being in Enshrouded for a while now with everything that's happening with that update. Alright, I think this is, yeah, this is good. Okay, do I have any things in the seed beds that I need to bring out? I do have some stuff. Let me pull them out to, maybe seeds or things just go in the chests out here. Yeah, okay. Just making sure those are empty. This one is not empty. Fill that up and... Okay. Let's see how Ebony's doing over here. The floating bed up there. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, this is so great. This is all sorted out perfectly. I'll put the, I guess trophies are furniture. I'll put the shields in here. I'm gonna put these in the first chest back here. This whole, like, C section thing back here can be for all armor, weapons,
you know, clothing, cosmetics, all that. I'll put these 3 shields back here. But then, yeah, trophies classifies that. This whole wall is all... Oh, look at that. Yeah, I moved a lot of stuff today. It makes me like, oh, it is that much more important that we started a storage build, you know? Oh, this is great. Oh, and sorting by color. Oh, that's such a great idea. For the terrain and stuff like that. Yeah, I got all like the neutrals from Blackmire, from the fertile soils, all the dark green stuff. Yeah, flower soil, moss, some foliage. Oh, this is great. This is so great. And then this front section here. Yay! There's all the food. I'm getting some of it there. All the finished food style stuff. And then all the recent stuff in these chests are the some of the ingredient style things. Time for dinner. Heck yeah, you got all our food now, and yeah, have a good dinner in real life. I'm doing a later stream today, so I'll be eating in the next few hours too. But yeah, I had a meeting this morning. I was gonna go live earlier this morning, but I had a meeting, so it's like, hey, you know, maybe I feel like hopping on and doing some prep work for the water biome. So I decided to go live anyway. It's fun. Fun to always catch up with you guys, answer questions, anything like that. And the devs said on their recent Instagram thing, or their Instagram thing, they also posted it on the Steam page and stuff, their newsletter, that they'd be sharing more like little sneak peeks and stuff of the update every week. Did they say that? I could have sworn they said that there. I just want to be sure. Yeah. Yeah, so each week, you know, we'll keep going live with some little prep streams, a little bit more building on the Forest Village. Keep working a little bit on the storage room, just aesthetically getting it kind of ready. And yeah, and then we can check out those little trailers, and I could share some news and questions and all kinds of stuff like that of those little sneak peeks that they add as time goes on. So yeah, we'll do like a weekly stream or something from now to the water biome, possibly a few a week. I still really want to get like a good schedule going of like probably every Tuesday and Friday. Tuesdays and Fridays seem to be the best. I like those days to stream. It seems like a lot of you guys, especially for the Tuesday stream, Tuesday mornings, my time seem to be really good. And then I've debated kind of Friday or Saturday. I have like a weekend stream. And sometimes I do Sunday, but yeah, Tuesday, Fridays. I'd love to get like a better schedule so you guys also know when I'll be going live and stuff like that. I got pretty good with it at one point, but I've kind of fallen off the schedule a bit. Sort by color, I mean, I'm all for that. Yeah, right? I didn't really think of that. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. It's like, oh, ice, snow, that's all light stuff. Yeah, it's going to be in the same thing, right? Totally. From Australia, Andrew. Oh, cool. 8 p.m. there. Or 8 a.m. there. Yeah, yeah. No, it works out well then. Kind of like a later midday streams. It's like today's stream was a little later. Today's stream's like almost 2 hours later than I usually go live. But because of that, it's like it usually works for a lot of people around this time of day. Yeah, I'm in a Mountain Daylight time zone right now. It's like we got the time zone changes and stuff, so always changes every now and then. We got daylight savings, which messes with everything. So it's like MDT and then MST, like 2 different time zones that throughout the year it's all whack. Oh, this is amazing. I will what can I do, Ebony, with ingredients or other things? Let's see. I know Ebony's gonna do a better job sorting them out of the chest and start putting it places. Alright, where is all the... Oh, here, you've got an ingredients thing starting on the top of this side. Yeah, Ebony's got a thing going. Gonna mess it up. Time change is useless. Yeah, it's annoying. It really is. I mean, I can kind of see why they did stuff, but like it messes with us, it messes with animals. Like my dog goes crazy when like daylight savings, like, oh, suddenly, you know, dinner's like an hour earlier. It's like, what the heck's going on? Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird. Oh, this is so great. Look at that. All the furniture. So nice. Alright, so the end chests here are empty. I'm just trying to like familiarize myself with this all now. Get used to. Oh, perfect. So top row here is like some finished food. Second one down, yeah, we got corn. Alright, and then the first three things, kind of what's in that chest. Because I love how you can open a chest and then just do like Shift R to deposit your stacks. So once I get things in these chests, it makes it good and easy. All the seedlings there. Yeah, this is great. This is really great. These ones. Only a few more. Yeah, I think I'll keep most of the finished food, maybe, you know, in the treehouse or something like that eventually, because I don't need that to like craft from. But everything else, this will be so nice because now I can go to the farmer, because crafting NPCs do draw from the chests. This is what I was never able to do before. I can go to the farm and be like, hey, I want to make this. It's going to pull from my chest now. This is long overdue. Long overdue. We got, yeah, some stuff. Wait, pumpkins. Oh, were those were pumpkin seedlings I had. No purple berries. Yeah, I gotta do a little bit of farming too. But yeah, this is so nice. I'll draw from all this stuff instead of... I can feed my animals now because I can draw from the chests. And I think that was why I wasn't feeding them before, because I was like, oh, which chest did I put all these 4 ingredients in to make a thing of, you know, cat food or whatever. So this will be nice. This is a good change. A good change. So very rudimentary at the moment, but sorted and working. It is functional. And I'll keep stacking up this area with chests. And I think this little center area, it could be cool to build like a neat little like pattern on the floor or something, just for fun, with like some luminescent blocks. And then put like a little crafting bench or something in the middle, or, you know, something along those lines maybe. Gonna wait. Deep breathing exercises. Fingers start twitching toward the mouse. Looking great. Thanks. I think it's turning out okay. Seeing this making you want to sort out your storage. Mine's a mess at the moment. Yeah. That's where well, yeah, Ebony, you've talked about possibly starting up a channel someday. You should do sorting tutorials on YouTube. Here's how you can sort your inventory the best in survival games. Clearly, it inspires and helps people. Yeah, daylight savings is crazy. Some places of the world, like far up north, but it's like, I don't know, it's all relative to certain places of the world. I just wish it was just all on like the 24-hour time or something, but it's like for Discord and stuff, I have to be on 24-hour time anyway. Even just the systems, like, oh, metric versus standard or American. I hate that too. I have all my tools in my shop are metric, because everything I buy is like from like Germany or somewhere else to be better quality. And so all my tools are metric, because that's like usually what I gotta work on stuff with. And it's like, oh, I bought a bike rack that's like made in the US. And I had to fix it the other week. And I didn't have a freaking, you know, American socket, because they're like, oh, it's made in the US. We're going to boast because we have American hardware on it. I was like, ugh. I had to go out and get a different wrench or whatever just for that. It's like, all my vehicles are metric. Everything's metric that I have. It's like, aside from the things that are like made in the US. Why do dog and cat food require specific meats? Why not any meat? Interesting question. maybe it's just, you know, like a preference kind of thing. So our dog, like the little dog I have in real life, she eats, like she really likes chicken. So we give her like chicken patties, just like raw chicken, a little bit of carrots and some other nutrients. But she didn't like lamb, for example. She didn't like the lamb patties. She'd probably eat them now, but as a puppy, she just refused to eat the lamb, but would eat the chicken. So maybe they're just like, oh hey, you know, they're adding that pickiness into the game, where it's like, oh, the cats are only gonna eat, where are they here? Cat food. They only want the lean meat and the wolf meat. I don't know why they'd want the wolf meat, because cats are more like, you feed them like, oh, there's probably gonna be an update to the cat food with fish when the water biome comes out. Yeah, they wouldn't want the wolf meat actually. Dog food, yeah, raw game, like this makes sense for some dog food, you know. But yeah, maybe they're adding the pickiness aspect just to like have the different, yeah, the different kinds of foods with different recipes, I guess. Makes them more fun to craft. Cat food bait, yeah, just all kinds of meats. That's always gonna be good. And like the vegetarian recipes. Yeah, man, in game for the food, they're probably just trying to copy real life. Add that annoying aspect of, oh, your dog's gonna refuse to eat this. Your dog's picky too, Chrissy. Yeah, if he gets the thing too long in a row, he won't eat. Yep. Yeah, yeah. Iconic feeding a cat wolf meat, right? I mean, maybe they would eat it in real life, but a little cat, like a little house cat, at least our cats, like they'll eat the tuna and fish and stuff like that, but. Usually lump your light blocks with your metallic blocks. You just separated them. Okay. Yeah, that works fine. Whatever seems best. I see you got mostly terrain on the middle. Is that, yeah, on the middle row is all the terrain stuff. Top row is all blocks. Okay. Yeah, this seems great. And then all, yeah, luminous blocks up here. Metal blocks could also, I don't know, with like shiny or polished blocks. Or it could all kind of go together, you know, like maybe the obsidian block and the or the midnight tomb block, you know, things that are like shiny or reflective could go with metal blocks, or I don't know, something like that. Because yeah, we have lots of blocks now. Yeah, metric system really is universal, right? I don't have to go looking for like a 17/64 socket. I can just look like, oh, 9mm, 9.5. It's so easy. Yeah, cats are obligate carnivores. Meanwhile, dogs are, oh yeah, facultative carnivores. Cats don't digest vegetables like dog can. Yeah. Yeah. Like cat foods is mostly like meat or dried meat or things with like the cat kibble, but yeah. I know, Christy, right? We have so many blocks, but we keep wanting more. It's so great. It's so great they keep adding all these. We're probably going to be getting like at least 7 new blocks with the water biome update, probably more. I mean, if you count like the water block and all this other stuff, it's going to be a big update. We already see that like the entire biome is made up of different types of terrain than we've had. Which is going to be really great. IRL cat loves, tuna juice. Nice. So we feed our cats the tuna and then dump the juice out on my dog's food, because he won't eat his food without the cat tuna juice dumped on it. It's a whole system. All right, let's see here. You got all right, luminous blocks all in one. Yep, anything with glowing. And then, yeah, all the shiny blocks. Yeah, and well block. Yeah, hollow marble. Perfect. Yeah, I like that. That makes sense. And all the lighter blocks are bricks and things in that one. This is great. Awesome. Playing for the first time, losing your mind, trying to find clay. Oh, man. What I would give to experience this game for the first time over again. You're in for a treat. Do you want help? Do you want a hint of where to find clay? This is not a public server. I do have a public Enshrouded server going right now that you could join as a bronze member. Ebony is on that server, doing some cool builds and stuff. This is just my personal world though for my playthrough. Dog trained you to slowly move his bowl from the kitchen tile over to the dining room table where we sit. Oh, it's funny, right? It's like sometimes, like one of a dog who likes the tuna juice poured on his food to eat it. He's like 17, so like, all right, spoiled old guy. It's all right. We'll dump the tuna juice on his food. You know, have the water at the perfect temperature, right? Yeah, it's so funny. Dogs and cats are funny. They are. A hint would be nice. All right. You're looking for clay. Look in the Revelwood or Blackmire. Have you made it to those yet? Those biomes? I'm in Blackmire Forest right now. You know, so in here. And then we've got the Revelwood is all up here. Clay is gonna be in those biomes. It's a terrain material. It's all over. So take your pickaxe, start mining all the terrain you see. And yeah, it's got a different color than a lot of terrain. You'll spot it, I think. Put a placemat on the floor beside him. Nice. Beside us now. Yeah, exactly. At 17, he can have whatever he wants. He deserves it. Exactly. Just did a new playthrough with your latest world. Starting again was so much fun. Gameplay different from when you played it the first time. Nice. Oh, you're literally doing a quest right now to get to Revelwood. Heck yeah. So you'll get clay soon then. Yeah. That's perfect. It is, yeah. It really is so much fun. And it's been fun keeping this world. You know, I usually do always start tons of new playthroughs with games and updates, but like keeping, you know, doing all these builds and just having this big world and builds and stuff to sort of show for it. And yeah, I'm a slow builder. I'm kind of a perfectionist. This build has taken way longer than it could have taken, but like I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm really, really happy with how it's coming along. I want to do some more of this, but like this build in theory is like practice for eventually, you know, when I do like a big endgame base, like all the stuff I've learned once we've got, you know, water biomes out, so we'll have more blocks and stuff. And I would love to just start on this big endgame base with all my building experience and do, like I was mentioning, like a fantasy forest village, like in a tree that we build from scratch that's surrounded by like an elven style city, you know, and like fishing village or something near the water biome. That would be a really dream endgame build at some point. Haven't played Enshrouded in 10 months. No, it's not out yet. Coming out November 10th. So very soon. Yeah, I'm also distracted by talking to you guys the whole time. This is very true. There's the multitask, which works sometimes, but it's like little things, you know, especially when I get the builds going. It's like, it's harder to, I don't know, to focus full on building and then also talking with you guys. But that's what makes live stream fun, I feel like. At least I enjoy watching other creators' live streams where they talk to chat. And like I could just be here the whole time, like perfectly quiet with my serious face on, planning things in my head, sketching stuff, looking things up on the internet. But it's like that wouldn't really be different than me just doing like a build video, right? It's like being able to talk with you guys, I feel like is kind of the point of the stream. So yeah, it wouldn't be nearly as fun, exactly. All right, I'll go do a quick little check on the storage sorting. I'm guessing you're getting pretty close to finished down there, Ebony. That's the main storage stuff currently right now. And Blomba, thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate you. Welcome in, everyone. Longer it takes you, more videos and streams we get. Being selfless and giving the public, that's what we want. Heck yeah, well, I always have fun doing it. I always have fun. And then for concise things, tutorials, guides, you know, certain playthrough stuff, it's fun to do that for videos, you know, because then I can kind of edit ahead and all of that. Ran out of stuff to put away. All right, Ebony. Thank you so much. That is, oh, good. Yeah, some lanterns there would be good. That is basically what needed being done in here. That's all the main stuff. I still have some like finished food, some other like items that can go in this half of things. Yeah, I see you put the metal scraps and stuff in here. Yeah, I've got some more that can go in this area eventually. But they are already currently in magic chests in the treehouse. So maybe I'll bring some like ingots and metal stuff down, or do like one more run for a couple of that. But yeah, this is coming along really good though. It's like the bulk of what I wanted to get done, especially with the food, because I know with the water biome, if they're doing tweaks and stuff to the way the health and food drains and all of that, we're definitely going to need to pay attention to that a little more. Love the videos? Heck yeah, welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by. Build that giant pumpkin? Yeah. Yeah, it used to look more like a pumpkin. Now it... Oh, I'll show you when I go back down. Now it looks like a rotten squash because they changed the terrain material texture. So it used to be like a bright orange, nice pumpkin. But yeah, now it's got a little freezer burnt from the frosty weather, you know, which doesn't really happen in Blackmire, but... But yeah. Okay, yeah, this is more of the metal stuff. I'll bring this down. Yeah, make lots of potions and food. Exactly. Love a tutorial on the staircase. Which one, Kimberly? The one in the tavern, or this bendy, this one here that I keep going up and down? Because if it's this one, I do have a video on my channel of this staircase. It's on Alive, but then I did do a separate video on how to build these, because they look kind of cool. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see what the new armors look like, right? We got a little sneak peek of a new armor set at the end of one of the shorts they posted the other day. Be really cool. But yeah, this is my rotten squash pumpkin. It's got all the little cracks and little bits of like tufts of grass and stuff sticking out of it. It's not in the best shape anymore, but you know, it served the purpose. It looked good. And hey, it's Halloween again. So yeah, almost Halloween. It's that time. Okay, here we go, Ebony. This is the rest of my metal stuff. I think most of it can go in that metal chest and stuff, but I built this one from sand. I think it was mostly from sand, and then the was it the wood? Yeah, the heartwood from Blackmire. And the sand gave it that orange look, and the heartwood gives it kind of those like streaks going up the sides. So the combination of the two looked like a legit pumpkin, but now it looks pretty sad. Yeah, any of you that didn't see it already, now that it's almost Halloween, I still got the Halloween journey build, the one that I did, the haunted church and graveyard. It was a very fun build to do for last year's Halloween. Came out like a buttersquash, yeah, right. It's more of like a frostbitten squash from the winter is what it's turned into. So I did the same thing over here. This was supposed to be a jack-o'-lantern. And again, it still looks pretty good. It's not bad, actually. With the right lighting, I guess it still kind of looks like a pumpkin. But yeah, this was the spooky Halloween build. And it was pretty crazy, because back then the well blocks played a really spooky sound too. Like, you did not want to walk around this build at night. It just felt like... It felt crazy. It looks crazy at night still, but yeah, this is one of my favorite builds. I just love the layout of it and stuff. It's got all kinds of secrets. Secret door and underground crypts in the floor and stuff. You just got lost in here. This was a very fun build. All the tombs. Get all the way down to the bottom. Yeah, there's the whole crypt thing. Yeah, I love Halloween. I do too. It's fun. Fall is kind of my favorite time of year and stuff. Yeah, you got clay. Nice. Glad to hear. Been working so much systems. Solid chunkier tips have been clutch. Love bringing curved organic structures. Yeah, it's always it's fun to use like terrain and other things to and kind of having the curves and stuff with props and things. Mix it up a little bit. Thought you did the church with mods? I did. So the church was with, I used the Builder's Companion to place the skeletons that you see upstairs. Everything else, though, here is all vanilla. So, like here, this little skeleton that I placed, that was with a mod. Because the mod allows us to place existing things in the game. So since that wasn't a buildable, I placed the skeletons. This little guy over here, too. But yeah, you can build the cobwebs, like everything here is all vanilla now. You can build this all without mods, pretty much. Aside from the skeleton, I think this crate here I placed. Or maybe I built, I don't remember. This one I think I placed. That was the mod with this crate. But yeah, all the rest. Little secret ladder to get up. Yeah, this build is one of my favorites. My favorite, like, level 2 altar. That was the parameters for the building competition last year, so this build was one of the top ones in the building competition. Can I... Oh, my mouse died. Hang on. It's like I can't move around anymore. I have a wireless mouse, and I hardly have to charge it, but I gotta plug it in now. Yeah, practicing Pagan. Autumn's your favorite biome and stuff. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, now we're in the spooky, haunted corn maze. Kind of zoom out and do it a little easier, but yeah, this was such a fun build to do. The whole inspiration for it was literally just like finding this patch of shroud. I don't think it's here on the map anymore, but there was this little patch of shroud with these like shroud spores and stuff. And I thought, oh, that looks so cool, like, because you can't build in the shroud, but you could build near these things. And so I was able to just like keep it literally natural looking, put a little bit of like a broken down graveyard in the front. It looks so cool at night, because of that, you know, that vibe and the fog and stuff. And then underneath the stairs where I needed more fog, I buried these torches in the ground just to create all this like greenish fog that comes up at night. It's kind of cool. Yeah, the skeletons as build pieces would be nice. The ones I did build, see, these guys? I used armor stands as skeletons, right? I was like, oh, that could be kind of cool. I think I put one, yeah, coming out of his little gravestone. I just used the armor stands to sort of be skeletons. Because I stopped using the mod like halfway through the build. I think it updated or something broke in the game, and I was like, yeah, no. So, yeah, the little mannequins for skeletons. Same thing up here. You can see that one hanging from the tree is a little mannequin. It's a little hard to see up there. I feel like I want to like zoom in as first person. But yeah, there's a little guy hanging from the tree up there. It's one of the armor stands with the rag armor set on it, like the very first tattered rag set that you get when you join in the game. So it looked kind of like an old skeleton hanging from the tree. But yeah, this was such a fun build. I loved it. Was just a great competition for Enshrouded to do at that time because they just added all these pieces, and I was like, oh, it's so great to have all of the decoration and spooky stuff that we can build in this game. And do for that. It'd be nice to have like some winter decorations, some like greenery, and maybe some like Yule tree stuff like Valheim has for the Yule time and stuff. Did the little witches riding on their brooms with the Vuka nesting material, and some of the little witch, you know, mannequins with armor stands or armor sets and stuff. Yeah, there was some fun things for this build. It was a joy to do. Witches are your favorite there? Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it is pretty close to the starting area. We're down right over here. So like there's that hill here. There's the Springland Spire just kind of off in this direction. This is actually a really good spot for a base because it's a very wide open area for a village. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to do the build over here. Again, I was very inspired by the fact that there was this like fog already here. So I didn't have to change anything or whatever. But, yeah. Alright, well, I am, I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream about there. If Ebony, you're at a good stopping point for some of the sorting stuff. I think this was a great one. Made a lot of progress. Remember watching this on YouTube? Yeah. I do have the full tour video of this on YouTube. Or the Halloween build one on YouTube, and I did like a little cinematic of the beginning. That was really fun, actually. You guys should check it out if you haven't already. It's like, I built the, like, haunted or spooky build or something in Enshrouded. I forgot what I titled it, but it's awesome. Put everything away, heck yeah. Explains how you got your name in the game. Yeah, because the build competition for the Enshrouded, it's in that little event honor hall or whatever. Yeah, that was from the Halloween build. Yeah. Heck yeah, gotta do a little celebration dance. More so Ebony, because Ebony's the one that sorted all this stuff, but but yeah, this is great. Thank you, Ebony. I love the organization. This feels so good to have this now ready for a water biome update. Ready for an update. So we'll do some more streams, like I said, each week. If they release some new info, I'll go live. Just check it out. Have a fun time. Continue. We've always got this to continue building. So yeah. Stay on the lookout for those. Maybe I'll do another Enshrouded video or two, or some guides or things. But I've got a lot of the news and stuff I wanted to say about the update already out on YouTube, so if you haven't already checked out all the spoiler videos and stuff, and if you want to, obviously, they're there for you to check out, have fun watching, all that good stuff. And with that said, I will catch y'all next time. Be sure to join the Discord server too, by the way, if you're not already in there, and subscribe. Alrighty. Cheers, everyone.